Hello and welcome to Never a Foul. It's another day. It's extra time debate. It's the end of the Saturday soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. But it's Manchester City champions for the third time in a row. The three-peat is done. As they say, 2 trophies left. The FA Cup and the Champions League. Liverpool lost their chance probably to go to the Champions League. They're going to play Europa League. Newcastle and Man United most likely going to be in the Champions League, and Arsenal lose at the Forest. But welcome everybody to the channel. Please hit that like button for us. I'm here with a beautiful panel, of course. Please give me the likes at least to 50 now. We got like 85 people already in the house. I'm here with Kendall, of course, buzzing. Her team is going to be playing Champions League. Dawood, look at the faces, and Monts. What the heck, guys? Come on, just cheer up a little bit. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. It's like, seriously.
I'm going to give you the same intro after the Champions League final. Just remember that one.
Yeah, it's all right. I didn't come with chest. Were you one of the people that came with chest and said you're going to make Champions League? Or you were one of the more same people that said, we have a chance, but it depends on other people?
I said one game at a time, because when you're chasing, you have to depend on other people's results. And if I was leading the pack, hey, listen, I'll be, you know, Jurgen Klopp, you saw me last year. But yeah, man, if we're chasing, then the test ain't like exactly out there. But I'm not gonna lie, Newcastle had a few wobbles, United had a few wobbles. I said it's the hope that gets you in it. But you know, we haven't quite won every trophy, and now we have an opportunity to win every trophy, right, guys? It's positives.
It's positive that you play Europa League now. Yeah, he can like get the cabinet, lock it, and get everything inside and go. Have you ever won Europa League? Ever?
In our history, yeah, of course. I also
won
went under
Europa
Klopp.
League.
Not under Klopp. No, we got to the final against Sevilla.
No. Before, have you won Europa League, which is the?
We won like a little false treble. Like a little.
All right.
We won in 2001 or 2001 season.
Yeah. Listen, Arsenal fans. I'm not gonna rip into Arsenal fans. We already did the party. We already did the talk. We already did everything. But today's game, to be honest, mentality. You want to talk mentality. You want to talk will. You want to talk like Arsenal. I don't know how to call the game today. It was just a loss that it didn't. You just hand it to City. They didn't even have to do the work tomorrow. Which is congratulations to every City fan, to be honest. And Cass is here with us. Congratulations, every City fan. Three-peat. Of course, you matched Man United achievement. Still the treble. However, but you already did one, so maybe you're gonna do the other two. But
Dawood, hi, Dawood. Yeah. How you doing, my guy?
Do you know what the funny thing is? The funny thing is that we've been chasing City. I mean, we've been top of the table all season, and then I expected City to come back, and then we'll keep it to the last 2 days of the season, last 2 games of the season. But they didn't even have to play any games. They didn't even have to play any games. My voice is gone because
we've literally got video evidence as well. Like I think we was waiting for one of your TikToks today, and this is all we could get.
We've absolutely capitulated. I can't believe it. We went to Etihad and went there with no fight. These players showed no fight.
No, I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to.
Do you have good memories of this season? Because I have seen. Now I have seen a lot of Arsenal fans on AFTV. I think Bilal now, like Bilal, one of our friends, of course, you know Bilal. They're saying they don't have good memories of this year. They're not going to remember this season as a good season. Are you in the same boat?
That's the worst thing. The worst thing is that we've been so good all season. What's the way? Is it 250 something days top of the table? We've been the best team in the league, and then we end like this. The last 10 games have been absolutely abysmal. Like when the pressure comes, and I want to say apology to one person.
Me?
One person I want to apologize to. They said the last 10 games, when City beat us at Etihad, we're going to lose back-to-back games and City will beat us. City win the league by 10 points. Everyone laughed at him. So this is an apology to Gary Neville. Gary Neville, when we was at our peak, when we was our best, pumping everyone, he said, wait up, just chill out for a second. City are going to win the league and they're going to win it by 10 points. And look at it now. If City win their 2 games in hand, they're going to win the league by 10 points. Oh my. Losing to Gary Neville, we thought this guy is a hater. But we were, these players, they had a veil over our eyes. They said, we're playing amazing football. We're the it factor. We're going to win the league. For all that time, just to bottle it like this. Yeah, this is absolutely embarrassing. And I expect every single fan base to come at us.
No, what we're not going to do is do the sympathy.
I'm right here. I'm still here. By the way, Hamza's coming. Hamza's coming, by the way. So we're not finished.
We're not going to do the sympathy thing, simply because whenever you guys went through any sort of hardship or something went slightly wrong in your perfect little season, do you know what I heard? In fact, I'll give you a list of things that I heard. The first one is the main one that we all hear, is bigger fish to fry. So when you guys got kicked out of the FA Cup, when you lost to Man City, it was, we put in a great performance. We have bigger fish to fry. We're going to concentrate on the league and watch me play with our full squad. That was one. And that's my personal favorite, by the way. The other one was the Europa League. So when Ramsdale got dunked on, it was about a halfway line, I believe. It was, we didn't try anyways. We know where our priorities lie. We're ahead. We're the front runners. We have a game in hand. We want to focus on that because we don't have the squad depth. The other one is tiredness. You played less games than Manchester United. Saka and Rashford have dropped the same amount of stinkers in the last 2 months, I'd say. And Rashford is known as rubbish, and Saka is known as tired. So that's another agenda that people don't really want to talk about because one's God's child, and the other plays for Manchester United. I call him a dinner lady, but you kind of know what I mean there. And the other one that I feel like Arsenal fans don't really, I think they're just kind of in denial about is the fact that they don't know whether to be happy or unhappy with what they get. So when Jorginho scores from 20 yards to save you guys in the game that you need to win in the dying seconds of the game, it's, oh my gosh, see, we actually signed someone decent. And then when he doesn't play well, it's Edu's fault. We should have signed Caicedo instead, and maybe then we would have won the league. Just don't really know how to feel or what to say. And every time we try to tell you, when we all of us try to tell you, hold on a minute, back up, slow down now. You're facing.
You forgot the one last little bit.
What did I miss?
Hold on. What did you say? Oh, did you say jiggle, son. You say a name towards the end as well. You say you call someone something. I can't remember what it is. It don't matter.
Go on. I know you.
I can't remember what it's called. You say it to me all the time.
What, me?
Yeah. When you do that voice, the summon voice, you're like, hold on, little, like, I don't know, jiggle back.
Slow down, Jitterberg. All right, just back up for a second. Let's just talk Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk Arsenal because they were very quick to. And again, I'm not saying this was you, bro. I'm saying, but a lot of Arsenal fans were very quick to compare. They like to compare, but you can't compare when you're not there. You know what I'm saying? Once you're there, then you can compare.
Monts. I know you're on your high horse, but did you get there today as well? Like,
but that's why we didn't compare, because we're not there. Do you know what I'm saying? If we were there, then we can compare, bro. We can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Ozan, big up, my man. Ozan is saying hello, Dawood. Of course, he's thanks for the super chat. He's saying 248 days, Dawood, being on top. Is this worse? I don't know. I don't want to is this the worst thing or the quad thing last season? Honestly, which one was worse? The chest for Arsenal fans all season or Liverpool fans telling us the quad? Which one was worse?
No. You can't.
I'm being serious. I'm not. I don't want to dwell on it. I just
Liverpool. Wait. Monts, you don't say you're not the mutual, or you, Kendall. Let's ask Kendall.
Which one is worse? Arsenal fans telling us we won the league in January or Liverpool fans giving us the quad talk last year?
Yeah, but at least Liverpool fans actually were playing for something literally till the end, like towards the end of the season. At least there was some sort of cup in it. Arsenal being played for absolutely nothing. No offense, just as genuine. I'm not even being rude, right? And I don't like having chess when my team hasn't got over the line just yet either, because it can come back to bite you in the backside. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, everyone in the top four, if Newcastle and Manchester United finish in the top four, which looks pretty likely right now, then everyone's had a better season than Arsenal. Everyone. So
even Newcastle.
Even Newcastle, we at least got to a final.
I think that should be the order.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
You think that challenging for the league for 30
to bottle it literally 10 games to go.
No, I don't agree with that.
100%. 100%. Because what has come out of that season better than what we've done.
Okay, people.
You're right. You're right. Why am I pointing to my screen when camera's right there? You're right.
Okay, Arsenal fans have been slated for saying we'll bottle the league. Well, we said that. Arsenal fans have been slated saying that rival fans said that we'll bottle the league. Okay, we might have bottled it, but still, we were second best.
You did.
We were second best to a team that's
congratulations.
undeniable. No, but that's better season. Being second best is better than scraping top four with Newcastle United.
Let him finish, please, guys. Let him finish.
Hi, Hamza. Congratulations, by the way.
That's what I wanted to say.
Congratulations,
Hamza. Hamza. Congratulations,
Hamza.
man. Hamza. Congratulations.
Are you being shameless? You're not going to clap him?
What clap? I want to say something about Man. Let me just say something about Man City fans. We're
just giving him guard of honor.
Man City have just won the league. City have just won the league. And I've only seen 2 City fans on my Twitter timeline. That's how you know how of a small club they are as a fan base. You can't even see them anywhere. You guys are the best team to win the league, because any other fan base, I would have hated it. City win it, it's like, oh, City won it. It's rigged. It's oil money. Take it.
Okay, you finished. Let me just tell you something, Hamza, before you go on. I'm going to get into the discussion, Dawood, about if Man City win the Champions League this year and they get a treble, they surpass Arsenal in the legacy in the English clubs.
No, they don't. That's. I'm sorry, but you're an Inter Milan fan. You don't know anything about the English.
No, let me tell you. No, I know. Okay? I know more than you about the
Man City will never be a bigger club than Arsenal.
You're right.
It's not about
Man City will never be a bigger club than Arsenal.
Let me explain it then. Okay, guys, let me explain it. Let me explain it. Okay, they're more successful. Mean the bigger club, fan base and stuff. They are building their fan base. They're still a new club. They're a new club in terms of sitting on the big table, right? But they're going to be winning 9 league titles, 14 cups. You won 16, and if they win a Champions League, I think that equals one of the 3 Premier League titles. Now they won a 3-peat, and they're going to be winning a treble. And you want to tell me that your achievements, because you have longer history, is bigger than them?
This is not Man City FC. This is Pep Guardiola FC. As soon as Pep Guardiola leaves Man City,
you're changing the subject.
No. Any club Pep Guardiola goes to, he wins the league. Okay, so let's not hype up Man City a bigger club than Arsenal.
It doesn't matter. They hire Pep Guardiola.
They won the league before Pep.
No, but not like this. They're dominating the league now. They're dominating the league. 5 league titles in 6 years. They've never done that.
Dominated the league? Have you ever won a 3-peat? Have you ever retained the title in
the
new Premier League era?
Liverpool haven't done that. Liverpool haven't won 4 league titles.
Hey, don't bring me into this. Hey.
No. He came with a statement. He came with a statement like, Arsenal haven't done it. Arsenal Man City.
I'm not talking to Liverpool, who won 19, and Man United. They said sit on the.
We won 14 league titles.
13, my man. 13. They're about to win their 9th, and if they go and win the Champions League and they win the FA Cup, they're about to win their 15th cup, which is you won 16, and they're about to win a Champions League. That means a treble at the end of a 3-peat. And you want to tell me the Arsenal Football Club is more successful? They have reached way more Champions League semifinals than you. Their legacy in the Champions League in European football are way bigger than you. And you want to tell me that you have, because you have a bigger follower on Twitter, I'm serious.
No. Man City have more followers than us on Instagram. I don't care about followings. I'm looking at the fan base. We've had no Champions League football for 7 years, and we've still been able to attract top players. Take Champions League football out of Man City for 7 years. Let's see how many players they attract.
It doesn't
That's what
matter.
you know how
But
we
7
do
years
that.
are 7 years, Dawood.
We've had
Why?
Champions League players come to our club without Champions League football for 7 years. Okay,
But
that
that's
shows
not
how
that's
good
not
the club is.
legacy. That's just being able to.
No,
attract
I'm
players.
talking about the size of the club. Man City need to do it for another 10 years to surpass us. Okay,
Why?
Size
we're
of the
looking
club
at
is
Based on
kids'
what?
argument, man.
Based on what?
we've been the top 3 biggest clubs for 100 years. Man City have done it for 15 years. For some reason, for 15 years now, they're above us.
How can you be a top three?
Because they
biggest
won
club and
so
still not
many
win?
trophies in these
I've
15
seen-
years.
I'm not gonna lie.
The thing is, yeah,
I'm not taking that.
What-
I'm not taking that.
You see this high horse thing? Actually, Hamza, you know what? You're the Premier League winner. I'm not even gonna cut you out. Forget what I'm about to say. Take the floor. Take the floor.
listen, 100%. Listen, we won this league. It was the easiest title race for me ever. As a City fan, I believe 100% it was the easiest title race ever. I said it. It was the easiest title race ever. Why? Because I've always said it. I think, guys, remember that show when we said it? I said the reason why I win it because I've got bottle jobs in front of you. I had bottle
Yeah,
jobs.
I actually remember that show. You back in
I said it.
was it December or
I said,
January?
I'm
I think
not
it's
that
January.
great.
I think it was January.
You think I win the title this easy if Liverpool best with Klopp would have chased me with United with Fergie? You think Fergie's gonna allow that? Fergie's gonna say we're taking to the last game. Klopp would have said we're taking to the last game. I've seen it, bro. Last year, let me just deep it. We were losing 2-0. I changed the channel to watch Liverpool game because I'm shitting my pants. I'm losing the league. But now I'm going there already. 3 games to go. I'm chilling. 3 games, 85 points. I'm winning.
Scott Carson's getting his medal.
Yeah, he's getting his medal. I'm getting players. Listen, Scott Carson's got more medals than Thierry Henry in terms of like league titles. No disrespect. But listen, my football club has shown that when we need to change gears, we just change gears because he was a little boy in front of us. Yeah, they said
Don't disrespect us. Don't disrespect us.
They were playing once a week. Deep down, they were playing once a week. Guys, no European football. They threw an FA Cup in January. They said we've thrown the FA Cup. We're not interested in Carling Cup. We only are concentrating the league. When everyone was weak, Liverpool weak. Monts was weak.
Wounded. I was wounded.
Where?
Okay.
Monts.
No, Mo, don't do that. Mo, don't do that. I've had enough injuries.
Monts, you're bad. At one point, you and Chelsea were chilling on the same table. And
Yes.
Brentford. Yeah, no disrespect to you guys. Yeah, you're singing "You'll Never Walk Alone," but you can't even get 3 points. It was that bad. We're laughing. Yeah, and you're gonna go to Europa League anyway, where you belong for many years. Yeah, before.
Says the woman with no European heritage.
Yeah, listen.
You have remember, hey, your European heritage is bottom barrel, so be careful with the Euro. But Premier League talk, I'll give it to you. Fair enough.
But come this season, these bottle jobs didn't need to belong there, and they will never have an easy chance. Mark my words, I said it. They're not gonna get. They're not coming back, guys. They're not coming. They're going Champions League, where they normally get battered, slapped. The people in the Champions League in Europe don't respect them, man. These guys.
Wait, what was the question, by the way? Is who's the better club in the Premier League era or overall?
They're saying the Man City big club.
If Man City win the treble, do they surpass Arsenal in terms of like being the most successful club?
What are we doing? What are we doing here, man?
You know what? Wait, that's a hard question. Wait, are we talking about this? Are we doing this again? Like, are we going to talk in the games, or if we're going to talk about, are we talking about the more successful club or the bigger club?
Not the bigger club, Cass. It's the most successful. Bigger club means fan base, means
Domination, man.
like a different. Like I'm sorry, Cass. Bigger club means followers. Arsenal, of course, have way massive followers than Man City, but it's not how you measure success. For me, you measure success by how you win trophies.
We've absolutely capitulated.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Anyway, let me do this a couple of super chats. King Ducey is saying, big up to the panel. Congrats to Daps on the chip. Just got done watching Eagle waffle up on Stones for reasons why Arsenal bottled it. It's very clear that Brandon was spot on a bunch of whatever. Big up for the super chip.
I saw it was at the end. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So Winter Surfers, thank you so much for that. I same for you, Mo. I know why Chelsea fans want to have this argument because they won only their recent history is only 20 years, but they won 2 Champions League, 2 Europa Leagues, which made them more successful in Europe than Arsenal. So yes, Winter Surfer, thank you so much. Is this guy that was crying on the camera? Yes, guys, and I don't know what is wrong. I don't know, whatever. It's a TikTok. It's Dawood. He's wounded. Fine. But keep going, Hamza. But thank you, everybody, for Super Chat. But we have 400 people watching. And how many likes? We're not even on 200 likes. So, guys, hit that like button for us, please. If you like the show, it looks like this.
I've always, I deep this. I say, who are the biggest bottler in Premier League history? And I thought, hold on, Gerrard, the Liverpool. And I tell you what, 1 second, I had 3 teams. I had the Fergie, the Aguero moments, because there were 8 points clear with 4 games to go. Yeah, I thought, okay, fair enough. I had the Gerrard one because I deep that one, the Liverpool one, because they were chanting, we're going to win the league, and no one's going to believe us. And they beat us, and only they needed to beat a second team with Chelsea, and Suarez then cried at Palace at Selhurst Park with Dwight Gill dunking on the whole Liverpool Football Club, dashing their. Then I thought, okay, could be that. But then I deep here, I thought, it's Arsenal. It's Arsenal Football Club. Once again, they're the biggest bottle jobs because you can't deny Arsenal. They've done it over and over again. This time it's worse. It's worse. You know why it's worse? The teams that they fall to. Nottingham Forest, Southampton got relegated. West Ham 2-0 up. The likes of these guys were celebrating remontada against Brentford, thinking that they call him Brentford comeback remontada.
Don't forget about being 2-0 up at Anfield. 2-0 up at Anfield.
2-0. Curtis Jones had a fantastic Monts. Curtis Jones battered the midfield. These guys capitulated once a week. Dawood, once a week. You're not playing Champions. You're not playing Europa League. You're playing only once a week, Dawood. And you capitulate. Where was Arteta? How come he can't motivate the boys? Where was Saka? You compared Saka to Vinicius.
The league title was already done after we lost against City at Etihad, okay?
But where was Saka? Where was Arteta?
So the league title was already done, okay? But when you say this was our best opportunity to win the title and you want to get the same opportunity, that's you're not really looking at the bigger picture, okay? This season was not the target. Tiger was not to win the league this season, okay? We thought we had an opportunity. Are we changing? No, I'm being realistic. Can I finish what I'm saying? Can I finish? I'll finish. Let me learn. All right. Our objective this season was to get top 4. Okay. Okay. Let me talk. Okay. Our objective was to get top 4. Okay. And we thought there was an opportunity to win the league. But looking at a team like Man City, I'd say the greatest Premier League side in the last 15 years, and the amount of firepower they have, we found it difficult. Blowing it, bottling it, is a bit harsh, but if we speak after the season with more of an objective view, we tried our best, we were the second best team, and we go again next season. I'm promising you, we're spending over £200 million this transfer window coming up, and we're going to go again next season. And next season, you'll see the real Arsenal. Okay, this season was a young, upcoming, raw Arsenal. Next season, you'll see an Arsenal. I'll be angry for what happened this season, and we'll go big next season. That's all.
See the word raw. Raw, you guys also use the word raw to describe Nuno Tavares. I use the word raw to describe Darwin Núñez. Raw is just crap for now, but hopefully it comes good. That's what that means, right? When you play players, you know what? Like he's raw, but it's just a nice way of saying he's crap now, but we hope he comes good. We hope it comes good. It's hopium.
I'm gonna make a claim on May 20th. I'm going to make a claim on May 20th, the day that Arsenal handed the league to Man City. Arsenal are going to struggle to get top 4 next year.
That statement's got no context. That statement's got no backing. You just said it just because you just want to cheap shots. That's all it is right now. Just cheap shots.
I'll tell you what. 1,000,000% getting top 4. I don't think you're going to get your targets in the summer, as usual. You're not going to get your targets. People are going to strengthen. Like Liverpool and Man United. Liverpool are going to feel the second team in every game in the Europa League, as Monts told us. And they reach the quarterfinal of the Europa League. If they do, if they don't, it doesn't matter for them. And I think Newcastle are going to get stronger. And I think Man United are not slowing down if they get sold. Where are you going to sit? Where are you going to sit on the table?
I disagree with you, Mo, man. I think they get rid of Partey and they get. I honestly think they've already done the groundwork for Rice. And I think they're
Caicedo.
And I'm sorry, that's instantly.
That's enough.
No, but they're getting over a 200 million budget. When you deep it, if they do get 2 midfielders that they need, and then they go get whatever else they need, like probably another centre back.
So where's the squad depth?
Yeah, but I'm saying that's bro. Imagine replacing Saka, for Rice, and then Party for Caicedo, and they go get like
coming from the one that doesn't rate Declan
Yeah, but then what about Champions League and stuff? Because then they don't have like
coming from someone who doesn't rate Declan Rice. Gaz doesn't rate Declan Rice.
When you make the step up from one competition to 4, you bench your starters and then you field the new replacements who are better than them, and that's how you build your squad. You don't just replace them and then now they go because they're
you man really writing off this Arsenal team, G? Like,
I didn't say they're not gonna make. I said they're gonna struggle. I said they're gonna struggle to get top 4. They are telling us that they're gonna go challenge.
I bet you said last season when we didn't get top 4. I bet you was one of the people said that this was Arsenal's best opportunity to get top 4 and they bottled it. They're not gonna get top 4 next season. I bet you said that last season. I bet you said that last season.
In the beginning of the season, I said you might get top 4 when you signed Gabriel Jesus, and I said Gabriel Jesus will get 20 goals, and I was wrong, but he still got top 4. So
do you know what it is?
You can go back.
You know what it is, the Arsenal thing. I just feel like you guys definitely, if you guys were to almost throw again, I think you could definitely have another run with the title. You can do it again. You have the players, and if you do improve your first team, then of course. But I know, that Arteta wants to compete in all competitions. He wants to do that. He's not just going to try and go for the Premier again, especially when there's again, you might not believe this, there is a mental block against Manchester City. There is. You can take as many of the players as you want to. They're scared of us. You have lost 15 of the last 16 games against them. Do you know how that is staggering? That is staggering. That is not.
No, but you can still win the league without beating City. Like you don't have to beat City.
I'm not saying of course. But then you also have to go and beat the likes of Manchester United. You have to do all these other things. Now, if you want to strengthen your team, like what Kendall said, you can't just get rid of players who have been integral, even if you feel like they're coming to an end of their tenure. You keep them around the squad, play them in the competitions, especially in the early ones. Because if you filled your first team, if you do what United done and you filled your first team, if you filled your first team in the group stages of every competition, by the time you get to this stage of the season, you're going to be tired. So you're going to have to build that keep the guys that you're not looking, that keep them. The Xhakas, they should be staying for one more year. Keep them for one more year and buy the guys and build your squad that way. That's my opinion.
Do what Liverpool do. Do what Liverpool do.
Yes, Daps.
Congratulations.
Yes. Can you hear us?
Congratulations,
my man.
Bro.
Can we get this guy another round of applause? Another round of applause for Daps.
Listen, hold on. I hope this round of applause is that I'm fitting in a suit, that I have not worn since before COVID, right? I'm not going to tell you that the fact that I'm using buttons that I didn't know existed now. The waistcoat is not here because it's not fitting. And listen, I've got to whisper because I'm at a wedding right now,
I thought you organize your parade tomorrow.
I swear to God, I thought you were at like the parties, like
no.
tonight's party because you're wearing a light blue tie.
I left Brentford at
about 5-ish.
Yeah, before the Arsenal game kicked off. I'm at a wedding, right, of one of my mates who's a blue. I'm at one of his friends' wedding who's a red. They've got scarves out the lot, Man United scarves. I've had to push them away and throw them on the floor. I don't know what I'm doing here. I know nobody, right? But we won the fucking league. We've done the 3-peat. And tomorrow we feast on Chelsea. So that's all it is. Chelsea fans, don't think you're celebrating. You are the feast.
Is that a Sterling God of Honor?
Can I ask Daps? Let me ask you.
Hold on. Right. So I want to know what the odds are. Do we reckon that Sterling tomorrow somehow has some sort of sickness that he doesn't have to do the Guard of Honor?
Yeah, that's Sterling. Now I want to
know about yeah, maybe.
Gonna get injured in the warm-up.
That's the one.
But do you know what? It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. If I go back to where we were in January, I remember the day after Tottenham when the charges came out and how shit I felt, how crap a season we had, And even remember when I said give Arsenal a 12-point lead and we'll catch up with them?
Well,
you do realise we could end up. I mean, look, we've got 3 games to rotate now. I'm pushing this agenda that Scott Carson needs to start in goal tomorrow, right? Apparently the rules have changed, and now you only need one appearance to get a Premier League medal, right? So for me, Scott Carson needs to start in goal tomorrow, right? Because we need every single member of this squad to get a medal now. We've got 3 games to rest players. But if we win these 3 games, do you realise Man City could potentially end the season 10 points ahead of Arsenal?
Yeah.
This is title race. This is the most pathetic title race I've ever seen in my fucking life.
That's what Hamza said as well.
Bro,
Hamza said that the first thing. Hamza said that the first thing. He said that is the easiest title race we've been.
Title race, you know? Bro, this is not even a title fucking jog. Bro, dude, Arabic perfume, young man, right? Bro, your team, are dog shit. Like, allow it. You're taking up a prime space in the top 4 that needs to be given back to Liverpool, because at least they know how to push us to the fucking, like, allow it, man. Arsenal, salute, you tried, it failed. Your golden era was shit. This new era is shit. The process is shit. Your manager's dog should be called loser, not winner. I don't even know what more to say about Arsenal, because I've been back. And the mad thing is, I've backed Arsenal a lot this season, But now, bro,
whenever you back someone, you know what happens.
Terry
hold on,
Flores.
let me say this now. Tomorrow is where Chelsea's season comes alive, Chelsea, easy win.
Yeah, do the job against Newcastle, please. Just maybe give me some sort of hope again, because I'm in.
The fact that Man City were doing a watch along was funny. Man City was so confident that they're going to lose to Nottingham Forest that they know they're bottlers.
Do you know what that tells you? That's the funny thing. No, but Hamza, do you know what that tells you? That tells you that Arsenal fans ultimately do not respect the Premier League. Right? Did they not learn from being 2-0 up against West Ham, who are fighting relegation, and the 12th man got them back in it? And I've been saying, Forest away, fighting relegation, the 12th man, it's a big deal. And again, like, Arsenal fans, Arsenal players, they think the Premier League's a walk in the park. It's not a walk in the park.
Yeah, me and Kaz said Owoni. Remember, Kaz, we said it. We said, listen, he's got like 4 goals in 3. Listen, watch out for my man, innit?
And Cole Palmer will have a Premier League and Saka doesn't. What a disgrace.
I mean, Anderson's got a Premier League. Everybody's got a Premier League medal.
And Rico Lewis.
Cole Palmer can win as many Premier Leagues as he wants. He'll still be as irrelevant as
What's
ever.
the point of
He
Saka?
won't be as relevant as Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is the face of England. Okay, don't be comparing Bukayo Saka to Cole Palmer. Okay, if Cole Palmer retires right now, no one will remember who he is.
Let's talk about Bukayo Saka.
Hold on. I'm going to sign off now because
will have 2. Wow.
I can't hear properly. Arabic perfume. Respectfully, Scott Carson tomorrow will have more Premier Leagues than your golden fucking era.
Wow. Imagine, even more than Henry.
And also, did he just mention Henry? Bro, and the other, more than Henry, but I'm not going to knock Henry because Henry was a great player. And also, when we win the Champions League, because it's coming, right? We all know it's coming, by the way, as well. But already, our Premier League, our Champions League record is now better than Arsenal's, right? By reaching two finals, we've already wiped out your whole fucking Champions League era. But when we win it, you man can go and sit on them small chairs in McDonald's, because that's where you lot need to be now. Like, give the place up to Newcastle and Arsenal jog on. Like, anyway. Great show. I'm going to go and drink some more and celebrate tomorrow. And I'll be on tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Probably even more smashed. But smash the like.
12 p.m.
Kendall, you look beautiful as ever.
Thanks. So do you, hon, and your little Man City blue.
I hope to see you in Istanbul. Monts, my brother, and love. Cass, look after the house.
At 12 p.m.
Yeah. It is D-Day tomorrow.
Oh my god!
There's no way he's on that show at 12 p.m. tomorrow. I'm telling you now.
No chance. I have to get ready for tomorrow.
Can we talk about Saka?
Yes.
Can we get Dawood a chance to respond? Can we get Dawood a chance to talk a little bit? Can we get Dawood a chance to talk?
Yeah, that would.
He listened. He listened. He listened a lot.
Do you know what it is right now? It's because right now it's a bit raw. The way we lost, the way we just gave City the title.
My Tavares, yeah.
Yeah, it's
My
very
Tavares.
like you guys are saying things where I can't talk back right now because what happened today was a disgrace. But objectively speaking, end of the season, when we actually sit back, look at the season, it was a good season. We were second best. We've made a lot of steps forward to win the title in the next couple of years. This is process 4 now, phase 4 coming into next season, and I'm confident. So right now, it might not seem we're making a progress, but if you look at it and the plays that we've had, and we went from being 8th, 5th, 8th to now being 2nd, I'll take that any day of the week. So
why
do you call it irrelevant?
Why do you do the guard of honor? Why do you give him a clap? Like, you know, this in sport, like in sports, it's supposed to be, what do they call it, Kendall? Like, what's the saying for it? It's like fair game. What sportsmanship?
Yeah.
Sportsmanship. Where's your sportsmanship at, man, Dawood, man? Why are you being salty? Look, you got Hamza looking sad. You can't even
because he had a lot of cheap shots. I'm not gonna give guard of honor to guys that do cheap shots. Okay, he's not taking that victory. He's not being humble with that victory. Okay, he's having cheap shots because he knows.
He doesn't need to be humble, man.
On a free Peat.
Yeah, you just on a free
Peat. You know a free Peat. Yo, bro.
They've never done back-to-back with their greatest team ever. I used to see them bottle league title. After winning one, they would bottle another. And then
I wouldn't be surprised if he was an Arsenal fan. I bet he was an Arsenal fan earning back in the days. I bet he was an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we want to see. He's back. He's here now. He's arrived. He's arrived.
Keep it away, man. Keep it away. Raoul, keep away your bottle jobs, yeah? Listen, I would never wear that shirt. Listen, you've seen your football club. We have to ask about 2 questions I want to discuss. Odegaard and Saka. I've raised it before, and you guys didn't take it serious. I said to you,
be careful what you say next. Be careful what you say
Saka is not a big game player. This guy, I don't know why. Bro, he's been playing football for Arsenal for 3 years now. You should have the mentality to play under pressure. And now, I'm starting to raise concerns. Is it the manager that's not telling this guy? Big games, he disappears. Last year, Newcastle, Tottenham disappeared. This season, he's disappeared completely when they need him. This is a boy who's asking for 300k a week.
Remember, he's tired. He's tired. That's what they're going to tell you. He's
tired. Oh, does he not take iron tablets?
Kaz, let me see if there was a tweet saying how many minutes Saka's played this season compared to quite a few players. I think one of the Arsenal journalists put it up. The guy's played over 3,000 minutes in the Premier League this season. Over 3,000. Okay, Phil Foden just played just over 1,000 minutes. Okay, so a 21-year-old, and that was Phil Foden. He just played over 1,000. Bukayo Saka today played his 73rd or something, around 70-something games. 73rd.
No, that's impossible because Bruno Fernandes has played 68 the most in Europe.
No, I'm talking about he's comparing to all the players. I didn't say the most. I'm saying
okay, so let me give you something then, yeah, because I can't bother to do this. Bruno Fernandes played 56 games and 5,000 minutes and this season. Now he's played nearly 5,000 minutes, yeah, the most in Europe, actually the most in the world currently right now, yeah. And I'm not trying to say this, but I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'm not here to reason with you, bro. I'm here to ask the awkward questions. Now I need you to answer me this. Has Man United officially had a better season than Arsenal Football Club?
If they win their FA Cup, yes.
No. As it currently stands,
4th in Carabao Cup, 4th in that Mickey Mouse Cup.
Well, honestly, so if you know you're going to finish 2nd, would you take 4th for Carabao Cup if you know you're finishing 2nd? Not competing.
You can find videos anywhere. I have never rated the Carabao Cup. Carabao Cup has always been.
You don't have to. Carling can't get. It's still cup, but I'm just saying. What's it? I think Kendall said it earlier. What's the difference between Newcastle's season and your season?
We were first 248 days of the year. Oh, the season. Sorry.
To end up with what? The same as us.
No, but look, I know, but it's you can say that. But I'm talking about the majority of the season. We've been top. Well, okay. I'll ask you one question, Kaz. Do you want to watch your team? And you want to enjoy watching your team? Yes. If you watch your team, you want to enjoy watching your team? Yes or no?
Yeah, of course. But I enjoy winning.
Yes. Okay. Yes, you can say that. But would you rather watch your team play horrendous football, no shots on target, but you script 1-0 wins every game, and you just finish top 4 and you win a Carabao Cup. Or you see your team.
You're discrediting Jose Mourinho's whole.
No.
career.
I'm not. I want to watch. I want to sit. I pay money to watch and enjoy football and watch my team play good football. That's the purpose of watching football.
No one cares if you're winning.
Hold on a minute.
Before you go on, can I just do these super chats because we passed them a lot?
please.
Omar, I'm sorry, Omar Rushdie.
Super go on, young one.
Omar Rushdie, thank you so much. He said incoming unusual Bayern Champions League
usual,
Arsenal.
Incoming usual Bayern battering,
Incoming
basically.
usual Bayern.
You don't know about that?
The 8-2 one again.
The 8-2-1, the 10-2-1.
There's no Robin or Ribery anymore, so we don't do that anymore.
Winter Surfer, thank you so much for becoming a member, one of the Never Fall Army now. Winter Surfer, thank you so much. And David is saying, imagine getting clapped on camera and then holding a guard of honor afterwards, loud in heaven, talk about having the Blues living under the bridge. Thank you so much for the super chat. Where's
the energy, Mo?
I didn't understand that last part. Can you do it?
Do you want to do it? David T there respectively sent us a super chat and said, imagine getting clapped on camera and then holding a guard of honor afterwards. Lord in heaven, talk about having the Blues living under the bridge. That's how you do it. And then Wolves, we got Wolves as always. He says, can we talk the Tommy tapping Tuchel, bottling the treble, just 2 months, doesn't win anything. Yeah, that, you know what, that's awful in my opinion. Big up though. And then Omar here says LFC winning Community Shield ended up better.
It's funny.
We're shameless, bro.
Oh my god.
I mean, I want to go that
far.
Omar,
what a super
you want to
chat.
put it objectively? I mean,
oh, that's funny. That's a great super chat.
That's crazy.
It works in roundabouts, people, man. If as an Arsenal fan watching this stream, it's hard because you're gonna just get shameless banner, and it is what it is. It is what it works in roundabouts.
Guys, I need the likes to go up a little. We are 10 viewers from 500. I need the likes to go up to 200. Please hit that like button.
I was gonna show you something. You know, I was looking at something that said percentage of season spent in first place without winning the Premier League. Out of the 5 teams, it was Arsenal. Did you see that table?
Yeah,
it was Arsenal.
3 of them are Arsenal.
And that's what I keep telling you. Why are they called Belgium? Bro, how can you have 4 out of 5? Arsenal.
3 out of 5.
It was 5, yeah. 4 out of 5. Huh.
Oh my god.
Comes out the receipts. He's just like,
yeah, I got it there. Yo, I got it there. Yeah.
Can you read out the seasons, by the way, if you don't mind?
Okay, this is what I've been saying. Listen, Arsenal 22-23, 93% of the season, being on top of the league, lost the league. Arsenal, that invincible season before that, 02-03, 71%. Fergie dealt them a bad blow. 71%. Yeah? Arsenal 07-08, 57%. More than half of the season. That's like up to February. Arsenal 13-14, 48%. It's all
That's nothing.
Yeah, hold on.
I know that season. That's the season when they played Newcastle or something on Christmas Boxing Day or something.
13-14.
Boxing Day they played them and they lost that.
Hold on. 13-14 was the season that Gerrard slipped, so you can't really give that one to Arsenal as a bottle because that's when we bottled the title.
We were never in the title race that year.
No, he was top until like February, but then when we
we'll never. That's what I mean. All these stats that Hamza's bringing in, no context. You're a fraud, Hamza. You're a fraud.
No. That's why me personally, I said that's why it's 3 out of the 5.
Fake news.
But I want to have a more. I want to have a more important conversation with you. And this is again, Liverpool. I don't have anything against Arsenal. That's just like a disclaimer before I say it.
Yes, you do.
I know, I do. That was a terrible.
When people say that, they usually do.
You lying to you, man.
But listen. Let's get into this quickly. So, with Arsenal Football Club, you guys claim, you say you're the third. You said earlier in the video you're the 3rd biggest club, right? 3rd biggest club. Can we just confirm that?
England, 100% in England.
That's brilliant. Yeah. So I want to talk about honors, and you also had the cheek to say that you want to enjoy your football and you want to see certain ways that football needs to be played while you're winning it. I'm here to tell you right now, you have no right to dictate how you win any major trophy. And I'm going to tell you why. Yeah. If you look at Chelsea Football Club, since you guys have won your last Premier League, Chelsea have won more Premier Leagues than you have won trophies in general since your last Premier League. Yeah. It's about to be 20 years since your last major trophy. When I say major, I'm talking UCL or Premier League. It's about to be 20 years before you laugh at my 30 years that you've been laughing at for so long.
Or Europa League? Do you consider Europa League a major trophy in Europe?
No. So again, Arsenal haven't won that either, so it doesn't even matter. You talk about Manchester City. They have won more Premier Leagues than you have won trophies since your last Premier League win. You are still yet to win a Champions League in your club's history. You have won 4 FA Cups in the last 19 years. A lot of Arsenal fans I know, especially the ones that are 20 to 25, they couldn't really comprehend football. So you know the Arsenal fans that are like my age, they couldn't comprehend football properly when you man were doing the Invincibles. Obviously, I don't know how old you are, but I know, you see, when it comes to the Invincibles and what you man were doing back then, you were too young to probably comprehend it. So as an Arsenal fan, your life hasn't been that much different from a Tottenham fan, apart from a few FA Cups and a few challenges for the title.
A few FA Cups, four's a lot more.
Hey, can Monts land? Can I let Monts Airways?
All right.
Monts. You got it. No.
So all I'm saying is, amongst these facts, yeah, you have no right to dictate how you win things. At the moment, you need to just win things, because you're going to blink and it's going to be 30 years. Yeah. You're going to blink and it's going to be 30.
Okay. Are you finished? Okay. I wanna just say something back. The reason why I say style of football is important is because the way you win league titles has an impact on generations going forward. So a lot of people said I support Arsenal because of the way Arsenal played, because of Henry, because of Arsene Wenger, the style of football. That impacted so many people. Okay, so style of football matters. Okay, you don't see people saying, "Oh, I'm a Chelsea fan because Jose Mourinho's side in 04-05 or their style of football." It had no impact. Yes, they won the league titles. Yes, on paper they won that many people, but it doesn't have a generational impact. That Arsenal football team had so much impact. Now, people are still supporting the club because of what Arsene Wenger did from 1996 all the way to 2004. Okay, that amount of period of time, or probably even longer, they had a massive. That's why I say style of football matters. Okay, winning trophies.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you. But I just need clarification. You're saying that Arsene Wenger winning the league gave Arsenal supporters, but Jose Mourinho coming and dominate the league for 2 years, playing atrocious football as you talk, didn't get Chelsea the support. Is that what you're saying?
You know, Arsenal are Jedward. That's what they are.
Is that what you're saying, Dawood? That Chelsea, when they signed Jose Mourinho, they didn't get supporters. Is that what you're saying?
It's not just winning trophies. It's the whole package. Okay?
That's what it is. That's what he's saying. They didn't win nothing. They didn't do nothing.
What do you need to do?
Yeah, it's just you man are
Stop, I'm literally crying.
And one thing that we have, because Man United have been holding on to, we won the treble. They've been holding on to that for. The one thing that we have exclusively is the Invincibles. Okay, no other team has done that. No other team will be able to match that. Okay, so that's one thing I'm still holding on to. That's the one thing that's keeping us top 3. Biggest clubs in England is because of that invincible season. Okay, Man City spent billions, best coach in the world, most expensive team in the world, still can't do an invincible season. Okay, so until they do that, until they have an invincible season, then they can start talking.
All right, cool. I'm just gonna jump on the statistic wave. A bit, to be fair, on you, man. In the last since the Premier League started, you spent 1.6. They spent about 2 billion, and I can get that's a span over 30 compared to 12 years, 15 years, you could say, since then. But so in basically nearly enough half the time. But I can't lie, it's just what's wrong with getting it correct? I don't understand. I think it's kind of bitter in it. I hear it. You didn't make it from the ground up. But sometimes you need the investment. So when Newcastle start winning things eventually and everything, are we going to give them the same energy? Oh, you got bare investment. You know, you lot can't. There's no substance behind it because you got an investment and bought out and you can go get players and done.
Newcastle, Man City, Chelsea,
You know what?
can win as many trophies as possible.
The thing is, you know what? You know what I haven't heard from you, Dawood. All I thought he was going to do is say, "Well done, you done the thing, you bowled it. It is what it is. Move on." But you've made it into a 50-minute piece about Arsenal, which I don't mind because content's content. Isn't it? But I'm just going to say, it's not like Arsenal splashed out 100 million here, 100 million there, 75 million there. You know what their record signing is before Jack Grealish?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I know.
Go on. Tell us that.
Ruben Diaz or Ederson?
Who is it?
I like that statement. I like that saying because Man City are able to sign a right back 50 million and then buy another right back for 60 million. Buy this and then they can afford to buy Cancelo for 60 million and then let go of him in January on loan.
55 million.
No, why are we doing this? Arteta's been backed. Arteta's been backed more than the previous 3 managers.
437 million he spent. 430, bro. He spent 437 to get knocked out by Sporting Lisbon in Europa League. That's criminal.
Because he's building the club from the ground up back again.
All right, cool. Can I jump in on a little part here? Yeah, I'm gonna do the super chats after, by the way. So Saka's about to go on 300k per week. Not even a lot of players on Man City on 300k per week.
No.
They're saying Saliba is gonna get a supermax deal. That's a massive wage for a young 19-year-old, 20-year-old. Yeah, you spent 50 million on Ben White just from turning up fullback, by the way. Yeah, on that notice as well. Like you man have spent money and you still need to spend more money. I think. Of course, it's not the case, but in Man City's defense, if we want to keep it context and less shameless, which I can't help myself with, anyways. The wages ain't too far off of what you man will be spending. They ain't dishing out lots of money. Like they got a tight-knit squad of quality. They don't have 2 teams. They don't have 2 11s.
We don't.
They got like an 11 and a 6 and or 11 and a 5 plus a couple youngsters.
Yeah.
Has Saka ever got you lot over the line?
Huh?
Has Bukayo Saka, God's child, the angel, has he got you guys over the line? Has he ever got you over the line?
You know.
Hey, I just want to answer. Has Bukayo Saka ever got Arsenal over the line?
He's 21 years old. He got us to second place. No. I'm thinking. Hold on to that. And I just want to debunk what Kaz said. I just want to say one thing because there's so many shots fired at me. I don't know who to respond to. Man City, when Pep Guardiola first came to Man City, he had Aguero in his team, Raheem Sterling, David Silva, Fernandinho, John Stones. He had the solid base of a team already. Okay, Toure. So many players where he had a solid base. Okay, so we can go into this and talk about it for the next half an hour because I don't want to do that. But Pep Guardiola had a solid base. Okay, then he just sprinkled upon. Oh, I want to get that. I want to get. So he just built it up upon what he already had. Okay, he didn't have to scrap. He didn't have to start from scratch.
Okay? I hear it.
Mikel Arteta had to literally start from scratch, get rid of every single player. Okay, and start building again from the beginning, from when signing just young players. Pep Guardiola was signing established players. He wasn't signing young 21-year-olds when he first came to Man City. He was signing established players. But that's just...
We're not comparing you to Man City, bro. We're not comparing you to City. You know that, right? We're not going to compare you.
This is what I'm saying, Monts. I wouldn't be mad with that statement if it was the case, but you're doing it when it suits me FC. Yeah, this is to most Arsenal fans. You're doing when it suits me FC. When you were winning and on top, you weren't calling out oil money. You weren't saying Pep Guardiola had this base and that base. You weren't saying, oh, you spent 50 million on fullbacks 7-8 years ago, bro. Kyle Walker's 32 years old or something like that. And then along those lines, they did spend 50 million on fullback that got done in court and somehow got released and all that. Then they got Zinchenko. No one's talking about Zinchenko. How much did he cost? How much did Ake cost? How much did the Kanji cost? 15 million?
15
this
million.
is what I'm saying. You can't bring that. The whole point I'm putting context and less shameless into this for you, Dawood. Yeah, this ain't all against. Actually, you know what? Everything's against you right now. It's because you're being salty. So when you're going to provide salt, I'm going to provide context. And when you want to provide context, I'm going to provide shameless.
I was going to say
Rest
vinegar.
of them.
That would have. I was
No,
going
no,
to say.
it is. I want to say one like, I would have been humble.
You don't put the white vinegar over it. and
Okay,
you
but
want-
I would have been humble if there was no
lime,
cheap shots.
what's
Okay,
lemon,
I would have
and
been
then get
humble.
going. You know what I'm saying? It's got,
I know.
marinate.
I would have said congratulations to Man City if Mo didn't say, "Oh, you're not a top club anymore. You're not going to finish top 4 next season." This and that, and then Hamza's coming out with,
I honestly don't
so
think
much-
anyone said you're not a top club.
You're
I
talking
don't
bare
think
fast now,
anyone's...
you know. Slow down, Gilbert.
No. You know what it is? You guys, you know what it is? Some of you guys have rattled me today. Okay, I came as a humble person, but all these comments and cheap shots, you guys have rattled me. Okay.
The Saka thing. Now, I want to ask you about Saka, Bukayo Saka. Can we talk about God's child? Because it's not just you. Every Arsenal fan, when we want to talk about God's child, no one wants to talk about deficiencies. They just tell me he's tired. Why
He's
do I
star
keep
boy.
hearing he's
Bukayo
tired?
Saka is star
You
boy.
play
Okay.
one game a week. Why is he tired? I don't
Bukayo
care.
Saka is star boy. You wish you had him in your team.
Your
know,
own
it's-
fans
yeah,
are turning on him on the
Well,
I
timeline
don't wish
today,
I
by
had
the way.
Saka. I don't.
I do. I kind
I
of do.
don't wish I had Saka. I have
I
Trent. I have Trent. So again, let's just go back. Has Saka ever got Arsenal over the line?
Can't.
Line.
What do you mean? Can you be more specific over the line, as in winning a trophy or getting second?
What was that last week?
Right, see you later. I can't. I literally can't anymore.
You know what it is, though? Like,
All right, I'll answer the
Um,
question. The answer is no. He didn't get you over in the closing parts of last season when Saka was having a good season. The last 10 games, he got 1 GA and he went missing.
Wow.
And you did not make top 4. So he didn't get you over the line for the top 4. You know when you guys were top for 90% of the 93% of the league? Do you know who the only guy was that was standing up? Martin Odegaard, because Saka weren't there. Even Martinelli was standing up.
Hey,
Saka weren't there. He went. Listen, I know he done his thing throughout the season, and he's a magnificent player. Before you guys start calling me a bully, yeah, we start calling me a bully. But when it mattered, the business end of the season, Saka didn't get you over the line. And this is where we go to that whole 300,000 a week or 250, whatever the margin or whatever the contract you guys are offering him that he signed or whatever. That money is for someone who is going to get you over the line or has got you over the line. Past or present, tomato, it doesn't really matter. He has to at least have done one of them or he's going to go do it. So for me, with Ozil, they questioned it. With Aubameyang, they questioned it. They even had the cheek to question it when Salah got given the contract. 42 GA later, by the way. So now that we're looking at Bukayo Saka, let's be honest about his deficiencies and that in the business end of the season, when it comes to getting you over the line, because that's what those sort of wages are for. The players in the world that are going to get you over the line. You see KDB. They were talking about how much of an average season he's having. Let's have that conversation now.
Most assists.
The last 10 games.
You wish you have a 21 years old, bro.
I want to see you. I want to see why we have this conversation.
More, he's been playing for a long. More.
I think Monts is just. You wish you have a 21 years old like this, to be honest.
No, more.
I think so.
Can I run?
To be honest with you, I think you wish you have a 21 years old like this.
I already have one. I had Trent. He won everything at the age of 21.
Trent is 24 years old. And he's a right back. And he's a right back. He's a right back. He's a right back.
It doesn't matter. He won the Premier League and the Champions League before the age of Saka. That's Saka's at now.
Well, he had Salah to lean on, Mane to lean on, Van Dijk to lean on. He had Alisson to lean on. He had Jurgen Klopp to lean on. He had Henderson to lean on. He had Fabinho to lean on. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I think this is just hate. It's pure hate.
Hold on. Stop. So now you're talking about players to lean on, but wasn't it Trent who took the corner quickly to win at Barcelona?
Say that again.
To win at Barcelona.
Lean on me.
One game.
It's not one game. Hey, hold on. It's not one game. If you want to talk, if you want to be objective and not shameless, the reason we
I want to be objective.
No.
Ask and answer.
Monts Airways now. If you want to talk the way you're talking, honestly, Trent Alexander-Arnold is again the reason why we play the way we play. He came into that team and the system had to change through those wing backs because of Trent. We play the way we play through Trent. Trent was breaking his own records. winning everything he needed to win. So he was a massive staple in every single trophy that we won. He didn't lean on a single soul. So let's not go there with that agenda.
Okay, let me answer.
Okay, no.
Let me answer. You want to do the super chat? Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go
All
ahead.
right, cool. Yeah, get your answers up, man, because it's unfair on a couple of these
Go
guys.
ahead.
It goes all the way
Yes.
back to Mojis about 10, 15 minutes ago. Mojis says, big stage bottle job, bottled for England, bottled versus West Ham, and went completely missing at the business end while Foden wins his 5th Premier League. That's his 5th Premier League. Damn, he's talking about Saka, by the way. Winter
Before
Service
we
says,
go, this one is the best super chat of the day. Winter Service.
Nah, I think this one is still kind of like Omar's one, but
Well,
this-
same.
He said, Arsenal, don't let West Ham win the Conference League. It's European heritage.
Imagine.
I big up our biz as well. As always, this is Arsenal bottle job. City are boring and irrelevant. Forza Internazionale. Big up the panel. I big up our biz, man. Lovely guy. He's literally just around the corner. I ain't seen you in a minute, to be fair. Winter Surfer says Jose didn't have an impact. Every team changed to his same 4-4-3 formation. Plus, football was good. This shows the lack of education in Arsenal fans. And then David with the last one here says, yo, Cass, don't it feel good to have a chill match day and weekend without a defib close by? We've suffered, bro. This season's aged me ×3. Yeah, man. It's like Ollie when he was second year in charge of Man United. Jeez, that guy had three hairs everywhere, man.
So can you go on Daniel's comment? He says, why are we acting like Saka plays with bums? 2 months ago, they were all in team of the season. That one right there. Yeah, Mo, make sure you read that one. Make sure you read that one.
Oh, yeah.
Read that one.
True.
I haven't seen a 21 years old. Just my answer to this.
Back in the league.
My answer to this.
League.
I have not seen a 21 years old being the superstar like this in a team competing for the league.
Huh?
So,
What?
you just said. Okay. Answer. You said Trent, right? Trent had Salah was a superstar for the team. Mane was a superstar for the team. Trent was doing the assistant stuff, but it was Salah, Mane, Van Dijk. Okay, let me just tell you. When Trent played for them, and Van Dijk got injured, they scraped. Let me finish. They scraped fourth place. Done. They scraped fourth place when Van Dijk was injured and Trent was there.
Speaking facts,
fourth place.
Speaking facts.
They scraped it. The last day of the season. Where was Trent then?
I'm not trying
Where
to
was Trent?
Pardon?
Where was Trent when Van Dijk got injured and you scraped fourth place in the league? Where was Trent?
We finished third.
Last day of the season, he got into the top 4. Wasn't last day of the season, he got in the top 4.
No.
I think you're just being harsh on Trent. He deserves the reason why.
Disingenuous to hold on, do you know?
Let me tell you why. But no. I said that it's not this show. I said that before. When you have a superstar like Saka, let me finish this. I'm not gonna go long. When you do.
Go ahead, bro.
You did your own pause there, Mo. You literally did that. No one said it. You
because it played in my head when I said
superstar.
Anyway,
go ahead, bro.
So when Saka is 21 years old, he has 1 year left. He is probably your superstar of the team. Who else deserves a 300k a week? If you want to keep a team,
you make it.
And you want to
Hamza makes it sound like 300k is a lot. You give 300k any Tom, Dick, and Harry. So don't come out like 300k, bro.
If you have a superstar like Saka and you want to build your team around him, it's better to give him 300k than leaving that, because a lot of other teams will offer him something close to this if it's last year of the contract.
No.
Bukayo Saka is star boy. You can disagree all you want.
Man City,
star boy.
Listen, I told you. Man City.
No, Premier League star boy. Premier League star boy.
You don't, Hamza. You don't think Chelsea will offer him 300k a week if it's last year of the season and Saka is about to leave for free? You don't think that someone like Man United or Chelsea will offer him 300k a week on free?
Would any of you? Okay.
Would you offer 300k a week for a player who's been poor against?
They offered how much is Sancho on Cass?
Sancho is on over 300,000 pounds a week.
But Sancho's a bum. We know Sancho's a bum. And you have a payroll. We know that.
I'm gonna ask Cass, Man United, honestly, Cass, you don't think if Saka is a free agent, Man United will not offer him 300k if you didn't have Anthony to be on the right side of that.
He's better than Anthony.
Three.
He's better
Yeah,
than
if he's a free, yeah, of course.
Exactly. So if Arsenal don't tie him now with a contract like this, he has 1 year left. There is gonna be teams offer him 300k because he's free.
No.
It's true,
That's
it's
not
true.
the argument you came with. You literally came
That's
with.
the argument. You
You
need to
haven't
top
seen a
your
superstar.
players with
No.
the best
He
contract.
was-
That's the
No,
argument.
bro, you was coming with the superstar chat. Like at the end of the day, Saka
He is
being
the
spoken-
superstar, Monts. He is
Hold
the
on.
superstar.
Saka is being and do you know what you're doing? You're doing what everyone gets onto Liverpool fans about. When we were calling Trent the best right back and that's the Premier League's ever seen, and when all Liverpool fans were going crazy about Trent, yeah, that was your reason to go, hold on a minute, slow down. It's this, and the third. Saka is being spoken about in a category that he shouldn't be in. He is in an argument with Marcus Rashford. He is not with Vinicius Jr. He is not with Trent, and he is not with Foden. These guys win major trophies. 5 Premier Leagues for Foden. Trent's won everything there is to win. Vinicius Jr. has been in big fuck off trophies, league titles, and Champions Leagues. Saka has won an FA Cup that Aubameyang won them. He has not got his team over the line, and he's being spoken about in the same breath as these man. It is not. Stop lowering the bar because he is God's child and because it is Arsenal. It's when it suits me and when it suits Arsenal. And because I say it with chest, man don't want to hear it, bro. All these young players that we're talking about win big boy trophies. They get their team over the line. Saka is yet to do that. When he does that, cool, we can.
And if you ask them, tell me.
I can say the same thing. I can say the same thing with Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland was one of the top strikers before he went to Man City. Before he went to Man City, everyone was saying this guy is a star. This guy is one of the best strikers in the world. Okay, he didn't win no trophies with Borussia Dortmund. Okay, as soon as he went to Man City, he started winning trophies. So don't say because Bukayo Saka has won the Champions League, hasn't won the league with Arsenal, he's not a star boy, and he's not in the same brackets as Vinny and
Who said Haaland?
If Bukayo Saka, Real Madrid, if Bukayo Saka free, Real Madrid will be after him. Okay, he will start on the right wing for Real Madrid. Bukayo Saka will start on the right wing for Real Madrid.
No, he's right. He's right. I end up winning would be on the right wing. He's better than
Why are you
Rodrigo.
talking in hindsight? We're talking about now.
What are you doing?
No, but I'm not. Trophies.
He has the ceiling for that though. Saka has the potential for all of these things. Saka's potential is what Vinny is now. Deal with it. So stop putting him in the same category. He argues with Rashford. That's who he argues with.
Some people win trophies early in their career.
How can you suppose Saka
will end up winning trophies later on?
You can't do that to Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland's a prodigy, bro.
Let me give you an example. Yeah, I said I deeped it. I thought, you know when you play for a better club, the expectation is different. I'm sorry, expectation for Arsenal, top 4, as Pep said it this week. I said they must be happy because that's what the expectation is. That's their football club these days. Look, let me tell you about Real Madrid.
Who's all the expectations in the league every single season? Okay,
bro, Luka Modric is earning $250 a week. Karim Benzema is earning $250 a week.
Hamza, stop that. Stop that. Stop that.
Hamza,
Talking
stop
about the
that.
Premier League. Stop it. Stop it. Done. No, I'm not going to listen. I am not going to listen to Real Madrid. Wait,
let me give you one.
2015 City fan. Stop that.
Wait.
Let me talk to me about Raheem Sterling.
Been supporting City since 2015. Stop
Let me do
that.
Premier League for him then.
Exactly. Talk to me about Sterling. Talk to me about Stoke. Talk to me about don't talk to me about Real Madrid.
I'm talking about when you're a
2015 City fan.
Saka to me.
Stop that. No.
Saka to me, I 100% believe he will never start for City because City don't expect bottle job mentality like that.
But Bukayo Saka wouldn't start for Man City.
He would know 100%. What are we doing here?
Yeah, probably not.
What are we doing here? Let me give you an example.
Probably not. Arsenal was way better than him, man.
Skaz, when Mahrez was at Leicester, was he amazing?
Yeah, in his final year,
When he came to City, how did you see him drop off? What was his performance compared to Leicester?
Yeah, no, he done better.
Because he's playing with bums. No, he's playing bums in Leicester. He doesn't look good at Man City. It took him time. Saka is worse than Mahrez. Mahrez was carrying Leicester. Mahrez won the league for Leicester. Mahrez was.
Oh my God! I can't believe you're doing this right now. I can't believe you're doing this right now.
Can I intervene?
That's not strictly true. It was Mahrez, Kante, and Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, Jamie Vardy. Okay. Hamza, you're very specific what you say because the Premier League back in those days.
And Wes Morgan,
that's like
big up
7 years ago. The Premier League 7 years ago, the levels was way lower than where it is right now. Okay, now you have to get 90 plus points. Okay, don't be comparing the Premier League before to now. Okay, don't do that, Hamza. Don't do that.
And Danny Simpson, hold that one.
Danny Simpson, hold that.
It actually literally gives me nightmares that Danny Simpson's got a Premier League winners medal. I literally can't.
To be fair on Saka, yeah. No, not to be fair, Saka, the whole situation. Foden is more talented, or just as talented as Saka, yeah, and he doesn't even start, and they're like the same age, right?
But Kaz. Foden's won 5 league titles. How many of them can you remember him having an impact in the season? How many of those 5
See,
league
this
titles?
is where I have a problem though. For some reason, everyone expects Bukayo Saka to be the single-handedly the one to get Arsenal to do everything, when all other players that we've mentioned, Foden, Trent, whoever else we mentioned in that conversation, haven't been the sole person to get everyone over the line.
No,
so
no,
why is the ceiling different for Bukayo Saka? Like, that's what I don't understand.
Very soon.
I'm sorry, go on, Kaz, you answer it first, and I'll.
No, I was just gonna say he wouldn't start for City, in my opinion, because Bernardo Silva's got his number all day long, and authority is authority. Foden doesn't start. Why? So if Foden don't start, and he plays on the wings as well, by the way, right, left.
He's not better on the wing than Saka.
No, but for the way my man wants to play, obviously he was starting. He was a false 9 for near enough most of the season and done it. Probably throughout those 5 titles, you could say Foden was more influential, and that's including this one. Even though he didn't start a lot this season, he still contributed a lot.
You know what I'm saying? 4 months.
So, anyways, on that notice, I don't think Saka would start, and it would ease in. He would have to earn his place. It's a bit hard to say, but it's not just Saka. Yeah, it's right. It's not just Saka. Martinelli was the next best thing as well, like from what I heard. And
15 league goals, bro.
You know, there's a reason why I haven't mentioned Martinelli and Odegaard, because they've been standing up.
Yeah, it's true. More or less.
They have been in the business of the season. Odegaard, look what Odegaard's been doing in the games that Arsenal have won in this, you'd say this rough period in the end of the season. Odegaard and Martinelli have been the ones standing up. Yes, Saka has done it throughout the season in the first 2/3. Yeah, we'll say that. But if you're going to talk about him in this bracket of elite, you're giving him elite young players, elite. Yeah,
but so that's why
it's not about single-handedly getting them over the line. It's that, you know what the other elite players are doing? They're there for the big moments. Not always, but they're there for enough of the big moments. And for me, Saka hasn't quite done that yet. Can he do it? Will he do it? I have no doubts in the coming season, this guy's going to be the best.
Charles
Stop talking like he's the best now, because he's not.
No, but what I'm saying, I want to say one more thing, Mohammed. I want to say one thing. I just want to say one thing about the Arsenal team. I was going to say one thing about the Arsenal team, okay?
National talk.
People that we need to be questioning is Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus has fallen off since he's come back from injury, because he's made no massive impact on the team.
That's on your manager, though.
Okay? No, but I'm talking about, we need to be questioning him. He's at his peak. He's 25, 26 years old now. He should be getting better. But I'm going to be saying that the people that need to be criticized are people like Granit Xhaka, who hasn't scored as many goals as we hope he would. Okay, he's actually hit his ceiling. He's not gonna get any better. Okay, Gabriel Jesus. I've realized with Gabriel Jesus, he's hit his ceiling. I don't see him getting any better. Who else? Trossard. Trossard is not being spoken about because he's got 1 league goal in 3 months. He's been at Arsenal for 3 months. He's only got 1 league goal, but no one really speaks about him. United? No, that was against.
Pretty sure he scored against United. No?
He scored that 1 league goal. I forgot who he scored against.
And 3 of his assists came in 1 game.
Yeah, so when we need to be looking at the different players. Trossard hasn't turned up since he played well the first month. After that, he disappeared. Okay. Eddie Nketiah, when Jesus came back, I don't know why he just disappeared. Mikel Arteta stopped playing him. I don't know why. Who else? Zinchenko's looked so weak defensively for the past 2 months. I don't know what's happened to him. Ben White hasn't been the same player. He's been getting cooked by so many wingers the past month. I don't know what's happened to him. He's fallen off. Aaron Ramsdale, he's making so many mistakes playing out of the back, where he hasn't done for the majority of the season. For 6 months of the season, he hasn't made any mistakes passing out the back. And then for the past 2 months, he's been making mistakes. I don't understand that. So Bukayo Saka and Martinelli and Odegaard, them 3 players. Thomas Partey, what has he done? He's fully fallen off. He's I don't know what's happening. He's fully fallen off. Okay, Jorginho, a guy that's a reject for Chelsea, starting ahead of him. So we're looking at the wrong players. Bukayo Saka is getting better and better and better. It's not Bukayo Saka's fault that the rest of the players around him have been dropping off like flies.
But then the
It's not his
games.
fault.
But if you look at the games, Nottingham Forest, Brighton poor against Man City. Poor.
But look at it. If you look at the Brighton game, we got absolutely dominated in the midfield three. Xhaka, Jorginho, and Odegaard got absolutely dominated by Brighton's midfield. Okay, that's how you win games. Okay, by winning the midfield battle. But Bukayo Saka is right on the right wing. He's so far on the right wing. He's so far on the right. Him and Martinelli, their literally job is stretch the game, go as wide as possible. If the midfielders are not supplying them with the ball, what are they supposed to do? Get the ball and get past 4 or 5 players.
No, you're spitting. You're spitting facts, bro. But
like these is Bukayo Saka is getting let down by his teammates. If I would understand if the rest of the players, I don't understand if the rest of the players were turning up. I don't understand if the rest of the players were turning up and Bukayo Saka's fallen off. I don't understand that. I'd say what's happened to him. But the levels have dropped with the midfield and the defense so much. Where is Bukayo Saka's like saying, like, come on, what is he supposed to do?
All right. No, hold on. You just said, all right, cool. Let me ask you one more thing then. So you know how you said Granit Xhaka is not going to get any better, and you said Jesus is at the peak of his powers right now, not really going to get any better. You see the standard that you hold these players to. Saka is probably the highest standard you hold these players to, right? Right. So with every other club, so with every other club, you hold their best players to a certain standard. So Virgil van Dijk is held to a higher standard than most defenders. Yeah. If you look at Newcastle, Bruno Guimaraes is their best midfielder, in my opinion. You hold him to a higher standard than probably the other midfielders. And same with probably Marcus Rashford compared to the rest of the attackers they have. So therefore, when it comes to criticizing and holding players accountable, they're going to be held more accountable than others. Do you know why? Because their natural standard is higher. You guys, you're even doing it now and you don't know you're doing it. You don't know how to hold Bukayo Saka accountable because you see, as I said, it's I don't know if it's God's child, the angel, I don't know what it is, but he is good enough to be now held to a certain standard. If he's world class, like you say,
well, Bruno said he's world class.
Or man are telling me he's world class. Then hold him to a world class standard.
No, not world class.
Not getting your thing over the line. It's that simple. When listen, there's been hundreds of other problems at Liverpool, but Mo Salah still gets held accountable. And Donny's on 45 GA, and he's still being told he's not had a good enough season because he hasn't. Saka is the guy, bro. He's the guy. So therefore, he needs to be held at a higher standard than Martinelli because he's regarded as better than Martinelli. He's regarded as the best young player at Arsenal. So when he's having these inconsistencies, and it's now not inconsistencies because he's been shit for 2 months. He's been shit for 2 months, and he hasn't done enough. So now just hold him accountable for it and say we go again. Don't say, the rest of the team's letting him down. He's not held at the same standard as the rest of the team.
Yeah,
it's that simple. Same with Trent. Trent is laughed at more than most defenders because he's held at a certain standard. He was regarded as one of the best right backs. So therefore, we expect him to play as good as one of the best right backs. It's just that simple. Why do you struggle? Why do you guys? Why do you struggle to do that?
No, I could say a lot of things, but
what is that? I'm sorry, David. What is that? I want to end this. What does that have to do with the 300k that they have to offer him? Otherwise, he's gonna leave. Like Salah had a shit. Salah had a shit half of the season at the end of last year, but he wanted 350k, and at the end, you had to give it to him. Otherwise, he'll leave. Your superstar will leave. That's their superstar. There is no other way around it. That's my point. That's my point, Monts.
I'm not talking about your point. I'm talking about just holding him accountable and because of the standard that he's
at. How are you saying no? Most of the Arsenal fans, Monts said you have to drop him. They told Arteta to drop him.
It was always going to go wrong when you're relying on a 21-year-old to get you over the line and a 19-year-old.
Wallahi, that's the right point, guys. At the end, it's a club that relied on 21 years old to get him over the line.
Early doors, man. You can't rely on a 21-year-old to get you over the line. And another
when they're telling us world class best in the world.
But this is on their
that was over. Yeah, that was a little bit like
a little bit.
By the way, let me move this on anyways. Let me go through.
Let's move on.
Chats. Ozan here says, I want to know Kendall's expectations in a Champions League next season.
Get out the groups.
That's your expectation?
Yep.
Hey, high standard.
Small club mentality.
Sorry to everyone.
You think you'll get out of your group? Do you think you'll get
small
out?
Club mentality compared to
you'll be
everyone
in
else
pot 4, so
in
it'll
the
be
Champions
hard.
League from the Premier League. We technically
It'll
are
be
smaller.
hard,
We
you'll
have
top
no
four.
European pedigree whatsoever. And I know you want me to be shameless and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna get around to 16, whatever. Literally, I don't. If we get out of the group stages, I'll be over the moon. I'll be genuinely over the moon. Sorry, I'm not shameless. I'm not a shameless
Good answer, Kendall. So you
expectation
covered your back.
person.
You covered your back.
Wolf says here, well, panel,
Yeah,
which are the 5 Premier
love
League
that.
clubs who get Champions League for 24-25 season? That's kind of hard to say. All I can say though, one guarantee is Man United. There you go, done.
Is that
We got-
after Pep leaves?
I think that is the season his contract expires. So yes.
Hmm.
Oh, because Man United's pedigree in the in thingy. Actually technically it depends as it goes. If Man United were to finish outside the top 6 with Liverpool would go over us. I think they got better European pedigree than us. So
Yeah.
yeah. So like, you know what I mean. But I don't know. That's 2 years off. I can't tell you what's gonna happen in 2 years' time. Could be anything. So, but
when it comes to the Champions League, right now, I'm not worried about Newcastle doing some Champions League. They need, I think, 2-3 more years until they're actual threat.
Yeah, but everyone said this about getting Champions League.
To
Look
who?
where we
Threat
are.
to who? Yeah, threat to who?
It's the rest of the league.
I think sometimes, but when you're an unknown commodity, I think it can catch teams by surprise. I think everyone looks at Leicester like they got dumped out of the Champions League. They got to the quarterfinals and gave Atletico a good 2 legs. And that's, I wouldn't even say that's due to the quality on paper, but just because they were an unknown commodity and teams don't really know how to handle that. You see, when you get stepped, you see Joe Linton studs. I would not want to get stepped on. If you see when Joe Linton steps on your feet, brother, like that's a mad thing. Like you think the pretty little midfielders in the champs, and that when you get elbowed by them, man, trust me.
But with the Champions League, completely different with the Premier League, because in the Champions League you can't have an off game. In the Premier League, you can have an off game and then you can say, "I'll go again next game." If Newcastle literally just lost, Newcastle lost, was it 5-1 to Brighton? If you lose 5-1 in the first leg of round 16,
who lost 5-1 to Brighton?
Oh, sorry, sorry. Who did you lose against recently?
Brighton lost 5-1.
That's what
Brighton
happened
lost
when you
4-1.
lose the league.
No, who did Newcastle lose against recently? Everton. Sorry, it was Everton.
No.
No.
It was Villa.
I'm
Villa,
so blank.
3-0.
Aston Villa 3-0. So my head's gone now. Right? My head's gone right now. Yeah, my head's my head's gone right now. Okay, but all I'm saying is, if you can't have off game. You can't have off games. It's you drew 2-2 against Leeds United, where it was you attack, we attack, and it was just everywhere. It wasn't controlled. When it's different when the emotions are very high. When the emotions are high and it's not like Newcastle. They were like favourites to finish third comfortably, but they just somehow.
No, we weren't.
With the points that you had,
we were not favourites to finish third.
I would say
the back end of the
they
season.
They
we
weren't.
definitely were.
Yeah, there was a point, but when
Definitely
Isak was injured and when Callum Wilson weren't really
be
scoring,
fair,
it was teams that were drawing bare games, and man, them were
It was
looking
after,
at
it was after the World Cup.
To be fair, Monts, no, not Monts, Mo and Daps actually predicted that Newcastle to finish top 4, but so it's not far from expectations.
But if Newcastle finish 5th, would you say that's bottling it?
They're not finishing 5th. They're not
How are
finishing
you
5th.
gonna do you think they're gonna lose to Leicester at home?
Because today's game is Liverpool. Have they got Champions League now?
We're talking to Liverpool now. We have to.
We need 1 point from 2 games.
You're gonna play Leicester at home on Monday.
under the lights at St James's. Long.
Hey, we got 2 games at home, man. Fulham and Chelsea, which I'm going to as well. But Samuel here says Dawood, Champions League predictions next season. Don't tell me Arsenal winning it.
No, what the heck, man?
Do you know? I don't know. You see St James's, yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
I know you're doing one. You're gonna talk about Liverpool, so.
We'll get to talk about Liverpool, but I'm saying St James under the lights. It might be a bit of a mad thing in Europe. Just remember, I don't think they're gonna just falter in the group stage like everyone thinks in it. I think they actually might get last 16, maybe even last 8.
The weird thing is as well, I actually don't know why people for some reason think we're going to falter in the group stages. I don't know, based on what?
Because you're pot 4.
I think because of the demands of all being in all competition.
Yeah, pot 4 demands intensity.
That's okay. I understand that if that's the thing, but people are basing it on watching you this season. You won't even beat Club Brugge. I'm like.
No, but again, as I said, you're in top. You're on pot 4. You can have Inter Milan and Real Madrid in one group.
Don't
But let me
sleep on
tell you,
Bruges
let me,
away.
let me, let me
I'm
tell you
fine,
one
I'm
thing.
fine.
I think
Can we not
Newcastle,
sleep on Bruges away though? That's not. don't sleep
Newcastle
on
are the only
Bruges
club
away.
in part 4 that people wouldn't want to get.
Probably
The
not.
only club in part 4 that people, that part 1 and part 2, they wouldn't want to get Newcastle in their group. Because it's the only, I think it's going to be the only club in part 4 that can get upset, win away, win home, their 2 games or something.
It's just
That's
because we've
what it
got
is.
absolutely no European heritage at all. So
But
they
you
just
can
are
buy
like,
the players, right? You
we
can
were
buy
like
the
in like
players.
pot 6 or something, really. But the
Hey,
pot 4 is the lowest, so they
Sheriff
just had to put us in there.
Sheriff beat Real Madrid. Red Star beat Liverpool. Listen, things can happen.
Yeah. Guys, by the way, there's still like 450 of you in here. Please, if you haven't done this so yet, get the likes up. I'm not too sure what they're on at the moment, but if you can get them up to 300, that would be great. So yeah, make sure if you don't mind doing that for us. If you've done so already, appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe as well, because then you know when we're going live. We will be live tomorrow as well in about actually 12 and a half hours time. But yeah, what's it called? But moving on to Liverpool, man. Monts, all the Liverpool fans, I thought, look, I said it on DR, I said it on Kopish, I said it to you, to be fair. You didn't expect to get top 4. Roms is in the mud. You know, I have the last laugh, G. And this is what's the beauty of it. I was right. I called 1-1. I said it. People didn't want to believe me. I said, I'm relaxed. People didn't want to believe me. And here we are. You've just handed us, I want to say Newcastle, but you've handed Man United the keys to the Champions League, man. You good with Europa League nights?
Do you know what? I've been listening to the and I've been thinking it's not as bad as everyone says it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, you know, like I'll be honest. Let me cut the shameless talk. I was devastated after joining the game. There's many reasons as to why. I think Emery played a great game. I think in transition, Villa were really good. I think Mings should have been sent off for the 6 stud mark.
He man on his chest, bro. That's a sending off.
The stud marks on Gakpo's chest. I mean, come on. I think he should have been. He should have seen red there personally. Also, I think the goal was supposed to be onside.
Oh yeah, that was absolute garbage call. That goal should have stood. Constant definitely passed the ball with his heel to Van Dijk. It wasn't a deflection.
Yeah,
that was a garbage call, bro.
The worst thing is I had Gakpo in my fantasy
preparations when Nunes dived against Fulham, anyways.
No, but this call was like totally like what? It's constant. Completely passed the ball intentionally to Van Dijk.
Good evening. Good evening.
But all I can say is, obviously, Firmino, he gets his goal off the bench. It was always gonna happen. Of course, it was gonna happen. You know, it's the end of an era, let's say.
Monts. Yesterday, we're talking about Salah with outside of the boot. I remember the stream yesterday when we talked about Salah not assisting with outside of the boot, and he does it today, and he was snubbed.
But by the way, Salah wasn't even that good today. But by the way, Salah's that outside of the boot assist. Salah's done that bare times. He's done that enough.
But people say he can't do that. But that's
what bro. I can give you 3 games. He's done it. He done it for Sadio Mane's winning goal at the Allianz in the Champions League.
I believe you.
Yeah, he also done it for Sadio Mane's goal against Watford when he dribbled through everyone and scored that same game. He's done it enough times outside of his boot. He done it for one of Jot's bro. Salah's got the outside of the boot on lock. He doesn't just go one way like Anthony and Saka and them, man. But I'm not gonna lie, innit? It's not good enough. I think even if we got top 4, the season is a failure because there's certain standards that Liverpool need to be at, and that is challenging Man City for that Premier League, and we were nowhere near it. I think Trent probably had his worst game in the midfield today. He's been on a long run of good games, but today, for me, I don't think he was good enough in the midfield. His delivery wasn't really on the ball. I think Villa played a very good game. Their offside trap was brilliant. For one, what pisses me off is that Tyrone Mings wants to turn into Maldini against us. Second game from the end of the season, but he wanted to turn into Sylvain Distin against Man City this time last year on the final day when they were 2-0 up. It just I hate it. I hate that. I can't. It is what it is. But yeah, man. Hey, but at least Darwin Núñez can get some game time now, right? In Europa League.
He's putting the pressure on now. As a Liverpool fan, we need minimum need to win the Europa League like Man United. I don't care about that competition, bro. Hamza, what were you saying about Liverpool? Is it end of an era? You heard me.
No, listen, Liverpool to me, It's been a bad season, like really bad season for Monts. I feel sorry for Monts, but you know what?
Do you?
The expectation. Now listen, I feel sorry for you because I can roast you now about your Liverpool Football Club, like having all this history. But at the end of the day, you're gonna be playing Europa League. You see what I'm trying to say? I grew up not seeing Liverpool in the league. I grew up watching.
Hamza, I didn't hear you once. Let me put my volume up. Do you want to say that again? Where are they going to be playing?
Europa League, 100%. I grew up, Kaz, we grew up watching Liverpool never ever challenge for the league.
Sorry, just heard Europa League, Liverpool, you know. But go on. Sorry,
Listen,
sorry.
okay.
Say that again, Hamza. Say that again, and nobody guys like interrupt. Go ahead.
Listen, I've never seen, like, I grew up seeing Liverpool not winning a league title, and next year they're gonna be playing Europa League. Yeah, every single season.
Wait, who's doing that?
Europa League.
Copyright.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
So Monts,
This ain't TikTok, G.
yeah, listen, Monts. The problem is, it's sad because you call yourself a big club.
Trying to get this.
You call yourself a big club,
No.
but you can't deliver.
Hmm?
Listen, 1 second.
What is going on?
What's happened to him? What's up with him?
He's dying, bro.
No. Hey, listen. I lost my voice here after the Real Madrid game, man. Bloody hell, man. I never knew you get excited like this getting to the Champions League final. 1 second. Which months ain't gonna see? Listen, at the end of the day, next season, Liverpool gonna spend another year in Europa League, Salah, Van Dijk, Gakpo, Nunes, all these players, Europa League players next season. While Arsenal chilling in the Champions League, it's sad that on Thursday nights, Monts, you're going to be chilling 100%. Braga, going to Latvia, playing this Anzi Mashakala from Russia, traveling, watching Thursday nights, 5:30, 3:30, 5:30, 7:30.
Games in the season.
It's so sad. That's one thing I dread Man City ever going to. And that's Liverpool. They guaranteed that because we see them. Champions League, Europa League. But this year, Salah, you've been talking to him as one of the great players. He's not performed. Klopp's got it wrong. Today, against Villa, you're a disgrace. I couldn't believe it. Bro, against Villa, at home. This is the end of era. How many of your players are just not good enough? Van Dijk can't pass the ball. Konate panics. Trent is a weak link. I can't trust Trent. The goal came from Trent's mistake again. Yeah,
back post. Is it back post?
One of the worst left back this season. Yeah, midfield. Thiago Alcantara cannot stay fit. Keita is injury prone. Henderson, their captain, their leader, a disgrace. Cannot even pass the ball properly. You got Curtis Jones, Elliott. Bro, how many signings they need? Not only that, it's a backline as well. Van Dijk is finished. He's finished. I've never seen Van Dijk this bad. Van Dijk is finished this season. Van Dijk cannot defend. He cannot attack. He cannot pass the ball. He panics under pressure. I think you need to build a new team.
I'll let you land.
I think you need to build a new team, 100%. I think the era has come to an end. You've left.
They need a fresh face on the bench.
I disagree. I believe we need a refresh. We need refreshments in the midfield. We do need a whole new midfield. I believe that when you say Trent this and Trent that, again, Trent has been for 2/3 of the season for me just a disappointment. I was calling him all sorts of names under the sun. I'm not going to repeat it. But since he's been in the new role and he's come into this inverted wingback role, he's been extremely good for the last 9 games. And this has been, again, today, for me, was his worst game out of the run. But, of course, he makes the goal that comes from the back post. Again, we're going back to the whole Trent narrative again, which I think today is warranted. But, again, he could have 10 good games defensively, which he has done. And then he has the 1 bad game defensively. And then we go and talk like he's the worst defender in the world. So, I don't think we need a whole refresh of the team. You talk about Mo Salah, 45 GA, 30 goals, 15 assists. Of course, for me, performance-wise, he's not been good enough. Performance-wise, not been consistent enough. But he has been one of the more consistent players in the team. It's probably been him and Alisson for me. And that's been about it. Curtis Jones had a good run. Thiago Alcantara again hasn't been able to stay fit. But Liverpool have had a horrible season. You're saying all these horrible things, all these things, how we've been this and that. And again, we've only just missed out on top 4. I guess at least that shows that any sort of consistency that we can find, we're back amongst the top 4 easily for me. And that gives me confidence for next season, especially if we can reinforce the midfield. I think it's that simple. If you want to say Van Dijk's been horrendous these last 10 games, Van Dijk's actually been very good.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong on Cody Gakpo. I'm so wrong on Cody Gakpo. I'm so wrong.
Yeah,
bro.
I was wrong. I'm not gonna lie, Kaz. You sucked me into the whole Cody Gakpo is not good enough. Pause that.
You know what he was? You know what? His role at PSV, and how he
Inverted,
played
yeah.
is not the way he's playing at Liverpool right now.
No,
And-
I'm not. Yeah,
and that was a show, yeah. Ten Hag get talent ID, bro. That was a robbery. That was a robbery.
Bro, I was looking at Gakpo. I can't lie. I was ready. You see when he was 006, I was ready. I was this close to saying, Kaz, you were right. And I was wrong. Bro, I was here. And then he backed, and then I'm not gonna lie.
He's a goal scorer, you know. He's a goal scorer still. I can't
He's
lie.
good, man. No,
He's
he's growing on me, man. He's everything that Darwin Núñez isn't. I'm not gonna lie.
Do we think that Van Dijk going back to a little bit closer to his best is what Liverpool needs? It doesn't matter who plays next to him.
But last 10 games, Van Dijk, he's been fine.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I think that Van Dijk, when he plays good in Liverpool, everybody looks good. I think Van Dijk everyone. The midfield look okay. The fullbacks look okay because everybody's like confident. Yeah, we can trust this guy in the back. He can make things happen at the back. I think if he can get the right partner, I'm not sure if it's Konate or not, but if he can get something, I'm not sure if it's Konate or not. He has a mistake in him. He's like, I'm not gonna say he's like the French guy. What's his name? I forgot his name.
No, Meccano, don't do that.
But you see my point. Every game he has a mistake in him, and he's young as well. But he's not the right partner for Van Dijk.
I think there's too much alike in terms of that.
I like his athleticism. I like his coverage, his strength, everything. But he's not composed.
I think it was his best partner for me was Joel Matip. For me. It was not, even though Matip isn't quick and he's not like Konate, he's not like Gomez, who, these fast defenders. For me, someone like Matip is probably a better partner. So I don't know whether we go and get a centre back. I think we need to address that midfield first. I just want to you see this unbeaten run. I want to take that into the start of next season. Starting well next season is crucial. Like, we can't be going into the games at the start of the season, 1 draw, 1 win. We can't have inconsistency. If we can win the first 5 games of next season, then I think that's what Liverpool are good at, is building momentum and keeping momentum. But if we can't get off the ground, we're never going to get off the ground and we will stay where we are. And that's just being honest. You know what I'm saying? As I said, I'm really excited to see Cody Gakpo. Like, I wasn't really with it, but I was seeing at the start, but then seeing what he can do on and off the ball, his technical abilities coming through. I really like what I'm seeing from him.
Wouldn't you? Yeah.
Go on,
I was gonna say, wouldn't you say, because now obviously you've lost Mane, Firmino's gone.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say that you need, because you're relying on Salah a lot to get your goals in the Premier League, until you sign a proper number 9? I don't think Liverpool will be the same club as they've been in the past 5-6 years.
I wouldn't even say it's the number 9. I would say whoever's playing left wing has to contribute to the goals. It can't just come from Salah's side and then you got the odd goal. Yeah, like for me, Diaz has been crap since he come back. But it's because he's had a long injury. So I think if he gets a good season under his belt and he gets back to how he was, when he first signed for Liverpool, the only reason Mane went up top is because Diaz was better than Mane as a left winger. And then Mane.
Routed? What does routed mean?
Well,
no. Well, no, go on.
But yeah, and I think.
Mane had his ups and downs in terms of goal scoring.
Yeah,
remember, in terms of goal scoring,
but
Mane wasn't. I'm sorry, Salah had like 2 months, 3 months after the AFCON was banned, but Salah was always consistent in terms of, like, even if he has bad games, he would still deliver numbers. Mane was not. Mane was like, I am hot, I'm scoring, I am doing everything. And he gets a period was like, he's down. And I think Diaz, maybe he will be, but again, injury. But I think Diaz can be an Arnie replacement.
He looks, Diaz, you can still see that he's He's still got what he's got. I just think he needs to keep playing. And there's a reason why Nunes can't get into the team. And the fact even Jota like looked like he was getting form. He got the goal against Tottenham. He got the brace against. Who did he get the brace against?
I like Jota. I like Jota.
I know Jota got I can't remember who he was against, but he got a really good brace outside of the box. And I think Klopp's going to have a little bit of a headache on who he's going to go with, either Gakpo or Jota, or does he take that risk with Nunes? Does he take the risk? I think next year is the season where you got to look at Nunes and go, all right, hey, you better pull your weight. You know what I'm saying? You better work for the price tag, because everyone's telling me 30 goals next season, and that's what I'm going to need to see. You know, people, you know, at the end of the day, I hate to say it, I look at someone like Isak, and that's what everyone thinks Darwin Nunes is going to be. You know what I'm saying? That's what everyone thinks he's going to be, is Isak. But, you know, for me, he's not that type of guy.
Do you think Liverpool are going to be a main character next year?
In what? In
the league, in the league, like in the league.
But as I said, I think I'm
really asking a genuine question. Is that dependent on the signings, or you think Klopp will get it right no matter what?
I think the players are a bit more confident now, and we are not like Man United. And this isn't even a dig at Man United. Man United will play their first team against AZ, whatever their name is, away from home in the searing cold in the Europa League. In the first group stage, they'll play their first team every single game. Liverpool won't do that. I think we have a better season in the Premier League, because I don't think we will take the Europa League seriously until we get to, I think we already had this conversation as well, until we get to the last 16 or the last 8. In fact, I wouldn't even say last 16. The last 8 is when we look at maybe start pushing a lot of more first team players into the Europa League. I think Liverpool focus on getting back into the Champions League next season as the main thing. I don't think a title push is a stretch, unless we go and get 2 big boy midfielders, or even 3. Then maybe we can talk about a resurgence and maybe pushing for some sort of title push if we start well. But until we kind of see who we get in midfield, like if we carry on with Fabinho as our DM, forget about it. Just forget about it. Unfortunately. Do you know what I'm saying? You put Fabinho to the bench and Fabinho goes and plays Europa League football, because that's where he's at right now. Henderson, you can go and start in the Europa League. That's where he's at right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what needs to happen. And you bring the new guys in and you adopt them to the style. Unfortunately, I don't think we keep playing Trent in this midfield position. I think the second we get good enough midfielders, Trent goes back to right back and Klopp reverts back to type with his false 9, because that's all he knows. There's no plan B. Plan B is to refine plan A, and plan C is to try and make plan A still work as good as plan A. There's no plan B and C.
We're going to talk a little bit about Man United and Newcastle.
Hopefully, maybe we get McAllister, by the way. Maybe we get Mac 10. Maybe. By the way, guys, don't let that happen.
I knew he was going to say that.
It's just fine.
Don't let that happen. Just after I can't say anything.
I didn't say.
I not go again into that.
Again, I never actually personally said he's come. This is why I like to be more specific with what I say in it. I never said Man United's name in it. I just said I know what I know.
No. But what you don't get to do is tell everyone
I do get to do it.
You don't get to do that. You don't get to tell everyone, because that don't get past me. Hey, slow down, Jitterbug. Slow down, Jitterbug. That don't get past me. You don't get to say that, oh, listen, I know something that no one else knows that I can't tell anyone, so just beware of what you're saying. You don't get to do that. And then
I actually do get to do that. That's the matter. I do get to do it.
My club, then you will get.
I didn't say, bro. I just said to you, yeah, he's not 100% nailed on.
No one says he's 100% nailed on to Liverpool.
And that's what I was basically telling you. But I said your fan. Did I not hear what I said yesterday? Your fan base is going on like he's a done deal. Grizz is calling him what now? What's he calling him now? In his tweet or whatever he is. So like, I don't want to hear that stuff. So this is why I say I'm careful with what I say. I didn't say I'm here with the IT case. Oh my god, hold
on. I'll find him in the United kit. Hold on, give me a second, because I'll find him in the United kit.
No, but we're not posting it. This is what your fan base do. You've been talking about the guy that people look up to in your Liverpool fan base, innit?
Bye, Firmino. Welcome, Macau.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Let me do the other one. One sec. Omar here says Kaz and Dawood, don't act like you didn't want to win Europa League. Of course. Of
No,
course.
Cass was very vocal about Europa League. You wanted to win Europa
I wanted to
League.
win it, but you know what? In the sacrifice at top 4 because of too much games, it's all good, man. Red John says, I'm a City fan, but you called Red John. Okay. We got MI5 in the building. But where the hell you guys find Hamza? Respect Hamza, please. He has been going against everyone when others have been praising City, except Dawood. Give him a tissue, but Hamza doesn't represent City at all. I think, John, you support Liverpool, mate. Because when he came at Liverpool, you only sent this, so you must be.
Is that?
Are you sure? Are you sure? That sounds like a Liverpool fan.
What? Yeah, it's
Why
kind
would
of.
you call yourself
Why
Blue
would you
John?
be called Red John if you're a City
I
fan?
bring up for the super chat, yeah, but you're trying to do one over us. I can smell this one out, man.
I really have a genuine question. We have more super chats.
Hamza deserves the slander. HM, you're a salty bastard, bro. Like, if we're being honest, I see you all the time in comments, bro. You're salty as shit. Like, I'm shameless as shit. Monts is shameless as shit. Dawood's the donut at times, but it's fine. It's Dawood, innit? That's the way he is.
Can you read that tweet?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
United plug? Is that United plug?
Slow down there. Slow down.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay, can you read the tweet
Yes,
so we
it
can
is.
laugh a little?
No. It's Liverpool and Manchester United are understood to be among the clubs interested in signing McAllister this summer. There's more. I can just keep scrolling.
See, no. See what he brought. He said the United plug said Man United and Liverpool. Liverpool fans, he's ours. That's the difference.
All right, man.
You give me another tweet. Show me another tweet from a main account, and big up Grayscan, one of the main Liverpool accounts, right? Okay, what does it say? We can read it. What does it say?
I don't like when YouTubers do the ITK thing.
Yeah, I'm not doing it though. That's the thing. I don't bother
No,
with
not
it.
you. I don't.
That's why I can't be bothered with it, bro. Because
I mean, in general.
Before you know it, no offense, Terry, you're doing Declan Rice's on to Arsenal green tick for about 10 weeks straight. I don't want to do it, bro. It's boring. Like, it's what it is.
It's for the clicks. It's for the clicks.
Hey, Dor and Toy, big up, man. Hey, Nottingham Forest content creator.
Well done, Dor, man. Well done.
Congratulations, my man. Congratulations.
Again, Manchester United get Alexis McAllister boost. Bare accounts are saying it, bro. But do you know what it is? I understand Liverpool fans. I would say Liverpool fans are more. They're doing it more than United fans. But all I'm saying is, for Kaz's sake, Kaz does not get to jump on stream.
Maybe I have more Liverpool. Maybe I have more Liverpool friends.
No. It's not even that. You just don't get to jump on screen and go, "Oh, guys, I know something that you guys don't know." Oh, guys, I want to say something, but I can't say it, so I'm not going to say it. But just know, I really want to say something, guys.
You know the best part is. You know what the best part is, yeah. Actually, I'm not even going to say it again because this is what I'm relaxed.
You're doing it again.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Don't get too big for your boots, G. Trust me. Don't get over your head. And you know what?
We're getting McAllister. I've never said we're getting him.
Let me say it loud and clear, yeah. Let me say it loud and clear, yeah. Let me say it loud and clear. If you man do get him, I'm actually happy, bro. Because I don't actually want him. That's the thing is, I don't want him either. You can have him by all means. If it does happen, have him, bro. I don't mind.
You're doing the win-win thing. You're doing the win-win thing.
I'm winning either way, bro.
Right,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He costs 80-odd million quid probably. I don't want him. I want it. There's players that could do McAllister's role and more. Anyways.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll see who gets back.
Listen. You hear it, man.
We'll never know who gets Mac 10 in it, but we'll see,
the same player, bruv. But anyways, I don't know. I don't even know what to even say on Man United today, man. All I'm gonna say, Jadon Sancho, summer.
Get out.
That way. Manchester's not this way. Get out. You know what I mean? Get out. It's done, man. I'm finished. I've got no more for him.
The amount of slander the guy got, it's like amazing.
I can't do it. Like I just don't see where he fits in with Man United. It's the truth.
Thing is, where does he act? Where would he even go now? Like he's gonna have to take a massive pay cut to go somewhere. No one.
No one is gonna pay it. No one is gonna pay that.
Noise, Kendall. Yeah, I was having this conversation, obviously on I was having this conversation on Saeed's channel, and I was talking with Danny, and it's just like with a lot of these players, yeah, you can say it for your own team. Anyone can do it for your own teams, isn't it? You can see your own players and you can see what they can offer. Like Wan-Bissaka, even when he was in the mud, he specialized in something. He can show me something in defending, innit? He's got something. Marcus Rashford's overall game probably isn't the greatest at all, but he gives me goals. Like, he has done even over when he was a bit younger as well. He gives goals. Like, that's what he gives me. You know, another one, Anthony, he tries different things. Like, he's not, at the moment, it's in his first season. It's in his first season, yeah, but he's shown me more than what Sancho has done in 2 years. So I can give Anthony another season to see what I can judge him upon. Sancho's been there for 2 years, and I get it. The Man United team last season is far from it's probably the worst Man United side I've ever seen. But there is not one performance anyone can tell me that Sancho's given me anything, but he's given me an 8 out of 10. So out of that 8 out of 10, I can't look at him like, see, what does he do? Ball carrying, not really that great. Holding up the ball, not really that good. Passing, the thing that we know him for is them slick passes. Don't really see it. Like, there's nothing, and even just the nitty gritty, just to even get back and put your body in the way. At least, like, players put their body in the way for other clubs. Like, no matter, even if you're going to get hurt. So for me, it's more, I can't be arsed no more. He doesn't even show me. His best attribute for me is probably his finishing, and yet even that ain't that great.
No, his best attribute is Magnum sipping. But just quickly, Kaz, have you guys seen Serge Aurier's story on Instagram?
Who?
You guys, Serge Aurier's Instagram story. This is his story. And if you don't believe me, look. You see the tick? You can see the tick.
What has he said?
He says, "If we are not champions, they will not be champions. My Spurs family with the hearts." That is Serge Aurier's Instagram. You can see it right there.
Yeah.
He is taking the piss.
I big up Mick as well. Man United Realist TV says, "What to do, broken Sancho? I've seen enough." It's the truth, man. Give it up, because you know what? Next season, I think all of you probably can agree. Look, Amad Diallo, like, I'm not saying he's going to be he could also be another.
Come on.
No,
You've got to be careful with that.
Don't do that. Don't do it. Because you know what it is?
No, and that wasn't even my point.
No, wait. But hear me out. He doesn't cost 72 million. He did cost us 40 million, yeah, for one. So the price tag is, it don't matter. Two, he survived the championship and got Sunderland to somewhere to the point they're singing his name. Yeah, and he's getting player of the season on top of that, etc., etc. He deserves to have a chance as an understudy to Anthony, because Anthony's not going nowhere.
At Man United or a smaller club? At Man United or a smaller club?
I think Ahmad is talented and he's young and he's willing to learn. He survived the championship, the nitty gritty of any leagues, the lower leagues. You have to be breaded in there to really survive it and do great and still do what you do. So he can play. He's left-footed as well, which helps his case on the right-hand side. Garnacho and Rashford, like for like, want to take a player on, go and score a goal, do your magic, whatever. Where does Sancho fit in? And don't say 10, because he's not a 10. A £72 million player, by the way. And
do you think it's him? Like, do you think it's literally solely on him, or do you think it's like a coaching issue? Do you think it's a bit of both? Do you like what?
Yeah.
Is it a mental? Is it mentally? Is it something going on still with him mentally? Like,
I think I couldn't tell you, innit? I don't know the guy, but from the perspective of a United fan looking in, you've had 3 months out, yeah. You know, like you've had 2 shit seasons now. Like, you can't. There's 2 more games. You come back. You show some promise against the first game. I think back against Leeds. I think it was. I haven't done much from there. Yeah, and it's just like it just looks like the intensity of the Premier League is too much for him, and it just looks like there's off the pitch issues, but this is a ruthless game, man. I'm not here to put my hand around your shoulder, mate. Like,
what do you say?
If Anthony has a similar season to what he did, so okay, I look at Anthony as very similar to Sancho, innit? Yeah, the difference is one sips Magnums, the other one's a fancy Brazilian. Yeah, it's just that's where it is, bro. And Sancho's obviously, like, for me, I think we have a soft spot for him because he's Mandem, innit? Like,
yeah.
Even though I joke and call him Magnum Sipper, we post a picture of Troops whenever he has a stinker. He's still Mandem. Do you know what I'm saying? And we want to see him. I think even as rival fans, we actually want to see him.
If I want Kennington as a 16-year-old, I'm probably getting robbed anyway. So is there still my man?
I'm just saying, we want to, as Mandem, we want to see Sancho do well, even
of course.
I hate Man United. Listen, Bunny man for life.
Someone explain to me this Mandem thing. What is a Mandem thing?
We just need a whole show where we just explain to more like UK slang, because like we're getting piped yesterday. That was the other one.
In short, what is Mandem?
Just
no, like you're like I would say that's my man. I is
friends. That means close friends.
Yeah, your bedroom, your bros.
Massive bedroom. I don't understand that.
He's like.
But there's like obviously context to it, because I wouldn't sit here as a Geordie and be like, there's the man them. Like, I just wouldn't say that. So there's obviously like context to it, and it's like obviously it's like it's a colloquial term.
It's a London-based colloquial.
Yeah,
it's a London-originated colloquial term that we use to describe young males that appeal to a certain demographic. So again, like Saka is like mandem because London boy from you wouldn't say from the hood exactly, but it's from a certain demographic.
London, Birmingham, City.
Yeah, it's not just London. Like it stretches to loads of different cities. But it's like some people use it to associate with just the boys, so just your guys. But then you can also say that someone that might not be your boy,
you're saying Sancho's mandem, but you don't know him. But
yeah, but as in like, but he's from the same. He's from a similar demographic to me though. So I'm from North London, he's from South London, but it's to see a young youth from South London doing well and playing for one of the biggest teams in the world.
Got it.
That's one of the mandem.
A brother, like what do we say here in America, brother?
Yeah, that's
even if you don't know the guy, he's a brother. Yeah.
Well, you want to see a young brother succeed in strive.
Yeah. Okay. Got you now. What I meant, got you now. Okay.
Basically, you know what I'm saying. So. But at the same time, if Anthony, my point was, if Anthony pulls this season out of his ass, if Anthony has like a similar season to like how he had this season, would you have the same energy and be like, it's time to go? Because they're coming for a similar price tag.
If it's that bad, then yeah, because if it's that bad, but in some games, I can see Anthony's been clutching some of the games. He's been, not all of them. I'm not saying all of them. And recently, he showed me something. Like he showed me something that you can go off on. But if he has a stinker, you're going to be questioned because he cost us 80 million quid up to 85 million quid. Of course you have to, man. You can't cost that much money and not come under scrutiny. It's the same thing that you said for Saka, pretty much, word for word.
You mean Nunes?
Nunes. Sorry. Yeah, Nunes. Sorry. This is pretty much the same.
What do you say when Sancho came to Man United that he was never going to work because of the style of football?
I thought Sancho was going to come to Man United and do what he done at Dortmund. Sancho was able.
Why you guys didn't assume that?
Nah, because I want to say one thing, Kaz. Because the style of football you guys play, I wouldn't call you guys a counter-attacking team, but you guys play like a fast the transition from defense to attack is very quick. That's why Rashford works. But he's Sancho's the type of guy. He loves slow build-up. He loves playing in tight angles.
We lack technicians. We lack technicians. Yeah, we lack someone that can create chances as well. Yes, technician. Like, bro, ball retention.
You have Ericsson.
Are you hearing what he just said when you first got him?
Oh, okay.
And yes, we do still lack technicians in this current team. It's literally, you can see it, you can view it. So anyways, when he first came, ball retention is one thing. So not getting tackled as much and keeping the ball to feet. We didn't expect him to beat a player. That's not his game, right? He can spot passes that most people couldn't spot when you watched him play for Dortmund. He'll play such a great through ball or something that no one expected, but it's what he's doing there. If you can't, like, bro, I don't see none of that in the game at the moment, not in 2 seasons. So for things when you got runners and everything, he don't spoil out. Like, you've seen it in moments sometimes, but it's not consistent.
Yeah,
and the consistency.
I was saying he done it for McTominay.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, sometimes he just don't. Even if he's just at this point in time, he's just a talent. That's all he is for me. You're just a talent that you can't showcase at Man United, because where Man United want to be now, we can't afford to keep putting your arms around shoulders with multiple projects. Garnacho, like, it's exactly word for word what Danny says, isn't it? Got a project in Garnacho, like, you got a project in potentially Ahmad, you got another project, bro. You can't keep having potentials everywhere, waiting for someone to get good. We need to go to the next level. Like now, like, we've got top 4. I can't wait for Sancho to get good again next season on a whim that he might. Because then the valuation of that price drops. And I get it. But when you're on 300, we were just talking the same thing about Saka, young player, 300k. Yeah, it's the same thing for Sancho. It'd be hard to move him on because he's on 350k. That's a big budget, bro. You want to keep things respectable, because if a sick player comes in one season and says, "Look, Sancho's on 350k, I'm on 200k or something like that," but I've had 10 times the season he's had, it's gonna cause a rift, mate. And whether you like it or not, it causes issues because players have egos. Because there's talented football players. You get what I'm saying? So it's
the problem with the Sancho thing as well is the transfer dragged on that long, like literally for 2 years. It almost was like a necessity to do it at the end, just so it was like a win, because it went on that long.
Yeah.
You literally have to do it at the time.
I think he went to the wrong club. And personally, because
I think it is. It's true. It's true.
I think he would have done well under Klopp, I think he would have done well under Arteta, and I think he also would have excelled
I
under.
don't think he would have done well. I don't think he would have done well under them. Reason being is because you lot like direct. Because you like direct players on your wings, and so does Arteta. He's not a direct winger.
No, I don't think it would have worked at Liverpool. I don't think it would have worked at Liverpool.
He would have been lost.
Salah's not exactly.
Salah is,
guys.
He was at Dortmund. He was. Dortmund sometimes plays counter-attacking football.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But I think when you look at Sancho, for me, I just think I agree. I agree where I just feel like the way Man United play in transition, Dortmund were a team that did have a lot of the ball, and he was able to play in transition at times, but it suited his game better to keep the ball and keep it ticking and find that pass in his own motion. And especially when he was one of the main guys. At United, he wasn't really the main guy, for one. And also, Sancho's goal-scoring record was very good. He's actually had a good goal-scoring record in Germany. Now, obviously, people will say, yes, Germany is easier.
He's got like 8 goals, 5 assists this season, you know? Something like that.
But if you look at Sancho's style of play, he is not a British footballer. He's not.
Yeah, but things are changing, bro. Things are changing at Man United and in English football, bro. Like the way you look here, he looks like a player that would have suited Ten Hag to a T, innit? Anyone can agree on that.
No,
Wait. Hear me out, because the ways maybe next year he might ball out if we do get players that we need. He might look great, but I'm not being funny. He ain't starting with Rashford. I'm sorry, he's the only goal scorer, and he's the only direct thing we got other than Garnacho. That's locked down. Right wing's locked down. Clearly, he doesn't want a right foot guy on the right wing anyways. There's no room for him. There's no game time for him either, if you logically think about it. This is why I say when Man United fans got to get to grips. Like they say, Anthony's definitely had a much better season than Sancho. Like I think anyone can agree with that. If
as well, look, he hasn't had like a consistent run.
Season, Sancho would be in it. That's the facts. He would be in it for how much he's cost. Am I lying?
And Sancho will be your third choice left winger after Garnacho and Rashford.
I've seen more from Pelestri in a few moments than Sancho has given me in 2 years. This is the difference. And it's not. I was backing the guy, man. I was trying. I was waiting, and he hasn't repaid the fans anything, bro. And this is we need to be ruthless. I'm not here. We need to stop being sentimental towards these like players. Marcel in the bin. Get out. I used to love him. Fuck off. Go away.
Ty's going to be very upset about it.
But Martial is shit, bro.
I just don't understand. It's like, bro, like we got to cut our losses while we can, and we're going to take losses because you know what? We might not even have much of a budget next season, depending on the owners, etc., etc. So that's the way I look at it, you know. And it's just he's not the only player that's got to go. By the way, there's obviously a few others, but if I'm looking at someone that can get me in a bit of a fee, McTominay, him, Maguire, man, that can definitely rack up at 100 million in total, near enough. Nearly.
Who's gonna buy Sancho? Who's gonna buy Sancho?
I don't know, bro. We don't know.
I think it's gonna be a loan like Lukaku.
Maybe, and it might be a fee, like, but I don't know.
Would he say? PSG might be interested.
A 10 million fee, a loan fee, or something.
PSG, they sell Neymar, they sell Mbappe.
Yeah,
maybe.
But
you wouldn't. They're not stupid, though. You're not gonna go give them 50 million for someone.
I don't think the Premier League suits them whatsoever.
No, but Sancho will cook in the French league, where it's slow. He'd cook in the French league.
I wouldn't even say, bro. I just think Sancho, he can't play for a transitional team. Like,
the problem is I feel bad for.
It's either City or you won't go for Sancho then.
I don't know. Not in the Premier League. I think Premier League is just too intense for him. Today again, just a lot. Just to wrap it up on Man United.
I doubt there's any other Premier League team who's going to take him on that much money, unless he takes a significant.
Nobody in the world.
I saw him when I was watching the Bournemouth game. When he was playing on the left wing, he went past. I forgot who it was. He went past a guy, and then he was through. And then because he took so long, he didn't know what kind of decisions to make. The guy that he beat caught up to him, and then he had to pass it back to Luke Shaw. He did that numerous times where he beats his guy and he doesn't know what to do next, and he can't be the second guy, and he turns back and then he passes it back to the fullback. He's done that numerous times. That's his problem.
I do feel a bit sorry for him because only because obviously there's been 2 seasons where it's kind of been in like a little bit of like chaos. Like the first season he came, obviously you didn't have a full-term manager, a long-term manager. Like you were going through obviously all of the like structural ownership changes and things like that, board changes and whatever. And then obviously this season, it's the start of the season. He had obviously was out for mental reasons, mental health and things like that, and has come back into a team where he's performing okay and he's not going to get in. So I do feel a bit sorry for him because it's like he's like a victim of circumstance. But that's why I was asking if you thought it was like him or if it was like a coaching thing or whatever. Because
I don't know, man. It's a him thing.
That's why. But
It's a him thing.
yeah, I don't know where he goes.
He's had everything. You've had again, like I think AJ said, he's had the sympathy vote. You've had time. You've had 2 seasons. Ten Hag's giving you time and faith to show again. And I'm not being funny. It's just not working out. And sometimes it just don't work out. And I think the Premier League is too much for him. I think he slightly knows it. And Man United need to be done with these players that need to have confidence to get you through a game. Sometimes you just need yourself to get through it. And it's if anyone watches Patrice, if you're a Man United fan. You've seen Patrice Evra and Vidic, and so talk to Rio Ferdinand about what it takes to be at Man United. Bro, go watch that, and it will tell you everything you need to know. Because when Patrice Evra came to Man United and had a shite 6 months, guess what he did? He didn't go on holiday. He trained. He trained and bulked up and he done his thing.
You're not the same Man United, though, Kaz. You're not the same Man United.
No, wait. Wait, Monts. It's the same thing Rashford done last year in the summer and got laughed at Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And guess how they're looking this season? 10 times the player they were last season. So you can't say you're not the same Man United because Ten Hag clearly has put something into the squad to tell you have to impress me or you're out, pretty much. And I want to see that. So if you're going to be true to your word, you can't do nothing, you're out, mate. It's as simple as that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm done with talking Man United anyways. I'm done.
Can we do a super chat? Can you
who's it? Oh, my bad. Yeah. So Slim Ake says, big ups to Arstastic FC. No, Arstastic. He's called him Arsenal losers. Fatigue this, fatigue that. Tell your manager be better rotations. Saka been in cardio for 10 weeks. Yeah, man.
What I want to say,
What I want to say, if we're doing Challenge City for the title, they would have won in April, and the Premier would have been boring. So at least we did our job.
Boring.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Dom. Thank you. Thank you, Dom.
Because when we were shouting, you know, let me not even say that. Let me not, bro.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna wrap up there. Unless you want to talk on Newcastle quick.
I want to ask, can you go to next season with Callum Wilson in the Champions League, and if you want to compete with Callum Wilson as your main striker?
Yes.
Well, yes, we can.
Let
but
her
I
ask.
think we can, but I don't think we will.
So you're getting another striker other than Isak?
Maybe not another striker, but we'll at least get someone like a winger with a decent goal scoring record or an attacker midfielder with a decent goal scoring record. So yeah, we definitely need at least another striker anyway, because we've only got 2. We've only got Wilson and Isak at the moment. So
Would you take Kieran Tierney at Newcastle?
Yeah, I'll take Kieran Tierney at Newcastle. I think to be honest, I think it's looking like it's really, really, really likely to happen. So I would take Kieran Tierney at Newcastle.
Yeah, because I know he's 100% leaving the door, because if a centre back's playing ahead of you at left back today, you know, the guy Arteta does not rate him.
Kieran Tierney is a heavily Eddie Howe transfer though. So there's 2 different types of transfers at Newcastle at the moment. So if you look at the Dan Burn, Nick Pope, Kieran Trippier, Chris Wood, obviously we'll maybe not talk about that, Anthony Gordon, that is Eddie Howe-led transfers. Alexander Isak, Sven Botman, Bruno, they're Dan Ashworth signings, our sporting director. So I don't know whether, because the 2 links that we've had, the 2 strongest links lately have been Kieran Tierney and Szoboszlai. So, and them 2 are like the 2 polar opposites. One's a Dan Ashworth.
And McTominay.
No, that was months ago. That's not happening.
You're in a battle, mate.
No, thank you. So they're 2 polar opposite transfers. One's Dan Ashworth, one's Eddie Howe. So I don't know. Obviously, Kieran Tierney's going to happen. I just don't know what's going to happen with the rest of the transfer window. But he said today in his presser, he said we need 2 starting 11s next season. We only have just got 1. We're the second least rotated squad in the league, Arsenal first. So we've only got 1 starting 11 and that's it. We don't have anyone else. So we're going to probably need to have at least 6 first team signings in the summer.
Yeah.
Well, Jacob Murphy proved that he can be a player.
Squad player, but I wouldn't be putting Jacob Murphy on the wing against Bayern Munich. I'm not gonna.
Jacob Murphy, bro, his time's done, man. If you're a serious club, you're gone, mate. Sorry.
Sometimes you need those kind of players.
Yeah, the only thing about
Willock is
that one player.
Willock's a great squad player. That's a guy I would keep on my
You know,
bench.
I love. I back
Very
Willock all
good,
the way.
actually.
I
Well, some
back
Kaz,
Willock all the way,
It's a bit. You need sometimes you need those kind of players where
Not
they're
Murphy.
not that name. They're not that name. But when
I-
Liverpool doing it when Jurgen Klopp first came,
I hear it,
they were
they don't even
buying players from Hull City.
The problem is though, like
So
we've got very little like homegrown quota, like and like
Yeah.
especially like in the Champions League as well. I think you need 4 who've like come through the your ranks between certain ages, like Premier League's 2 and Champions League's 4, something like that. So we've literally got Sean Longstaff. That's like
I'm
it
not
at this
gonna
point.
lie.
Like that's it. So I don't even know what we're going to do about that. We're going to end up giving someone like Paul Dummett an extra year's contract because we don't have like. This is my problem. We're not at that level now
You
where we
need
can
2
just be
centre backs.
ruthless.
Number 1, you need 2 centre
Yeah,
backs.
we definitely need 2 centre backs, 100%. Well, we'll probably only get one in the summer, but because Jamal Lascelles will stick around for a while.
It's
I
gonna
would
renew. It's
expect-
gonna renew another
probably-
year.
probably
Jamal
Campbell
Lascelles is
plays
gonna
like
renew
that.
another year.
I would expect so just for this year because there's no. It's very unlikely we're going to get 2 centre backs in the summer. It's just
What
not.
do you say if Kieran City plays left back, Dan Burn will move to left side centre back? Dan Burn.
Yes, that is an option as well. So I think we'll only get I think we'll only get 1 centre back. We'll probably get like a Sven Botman type centre back, like young, who's played at a decent level in Europe, and then attacker, midfielder, winger, possibly a striker and a DM.
You reckon you're gonna
desperately.
sign a box office star?
Phil Jones is available.
Phil Jones.
Kaz, you just want to get every single United player.
He's just trying to like palm off all of the like Deadwood. Like next to him, like
Yeah,
Harry Maguire, no thanks.
Well, you're getting McTominay. Phil Jones is on a free, so you're good, man.
Luckily, we're not Chelsea. We're not stupid, so we're all right. We're pretty smart, so I think we'll be okay.
Can I just say, I think with Newcastle, I don't think they need bare signings and stuff like that. I don't think they need any sort of overhaul. I think when it just comes to certain Champions League games, you need to have the crowd going and you need to have your 11 that works for your system. I think bringing in bigger names is always going to help, but I don't think you need to go overboard with it because if you look at certain midfielders and certain teams that have gone and won the certain big Champions League fixtures, you look at the United team that beat PSG, like it wasn't star-studded Manchester United playing at their best. It was Manchester United.
It's Transabi too busy locking up Mbappe, innit?
But do you see what I'm saying? It's games. Transabi and Wan-Bissaka pulling out the performance of their lives. If you look at when Liverpool beat Barcelona 4-0, our midfield was James Milner started. James Milner, Shaqiri, Divock Origi, Henderson started that game. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you have the guys that know what they need to do in the system perfectly, that is better than a big name that's only been there for a year that hasn't adopted Eddie Howe's style yet, in my opinion. So for me, I think a Callum Wilson is more than capable than playing in the Champions League.
I think Callum Wilson will surprise a lot.
His all-round game is criminally underrated. That man's first touch.
That man is Jermaine Defoe. Literally Jermaine Defoe.
He's been hard since Bournemouth, since Eddie Howe had him at Bournemouth, bro. He's been cold since then. It's been his fitness. That's it.
Well, luckily as well, that's what I was going to say. It's always been injury, but this last part of the season, we've managed it considering the pace and like the tempo we've been playing at with the pressure on us for Champions League. We've managed these injuries extremely well for like the first time since he signed for Newcastle, which I don't know whether it's just because we've got better staff and stuff now, like better facilities than we had under obviously Mike Ashley and that, and like it's just better that he's now at a level where he feels like he needs to compete for his place now, because obviously Isak came in, he's never had that. He's never ever had to compete with anybody there before because he's been our only number 9 that's been of any decent. So it's just, I think it's helped all around really. But yeah, we can definitely go into him in, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll score in the Champions League. That's not my issue really. It's just we'll need a few extra firepower because we don't have the depth at all. Like we just don't. We've literally had to call 17 up to the first team squad because that's all we've got. Like that, we just don't have it. So I think that's why I'm saying we need at least 5 first team signings because we absolutely desperately need that depth. So that's all it's for really. But yeah, it remains to be seen. I think there'll be a few teams have a big summer this year, to be honest.
Okay. And I'm ending it there because I'm knackered. Some of us have to be up in the morning, you know, Kendall. And yeah, we go again at 12 with a different panel. Who's on it? George, Roms, Dance for His Crimes, Daps and Ty. Kendall will be there. And Who else am I missing? I'm missing someone. Who am I missing?
Kunle.
Kunle.
Ooh, that
So
will
be
be
funny.
tough.
So yeah, 12 p.m. in literally 11 and a half hours. And I'm tired, man. So
Okay.
big up everyone that smashed the like button. Big up everyone that's super chatted. Yeah, man. Big up that would be in a good sport. Actually, no, you've been a bad sport.
Yeah, I want to say one more thing. We didn't bottom the league. We were just second best.
Oh, here we go.
We've absolutely capitulated. I can't believe it. We went to Etihad and went there with no fight.